Hello and welcome to the fifth EQD community podcast. Today we have with us Krafty and Slink, and we'll be talking about princesses. So we'll start off with some introductions like usual, and we'll throw it to Krafty first since he's higher up on the list, thanks to his two exclamation marks. So Krafty, how did you first get into My Little Pony?
I was forced to watch it.
It
was shoved down my throat.
Do you want to elaborate a little?
I mean, he's saying it's shoved down his throat. If it's getting a little too NSFW, feel free to skip out on it.
No, it's not. Literally, I was just sat down and told to watch it, and yeah. And then I used to hate it, but then I suddenly became a fan of it.
So why did you used to hate it?
At all.
I don't know, it just didn't seem like my thing. Cartoons aren't really my thing.
Then why did you end up liking it?
Girly. I don't know, I just started liking it. It's just like, oh, this is good. There are good people here.
So the community kind of shaped your liking of the show.
Slightly, yes.
So how did you find the community? What did you? Because you joined pretty late. You joined like 2017, so that was like 6 years, 7 years. Yeah, 7 years where you heard all these weird ass bronies off in the background. So what was your thoughts on it? And then when you actually joined it, like how did you find EQD and all that?
You know, I don't actually know how I found EQD. I just know that it was the top, so that was where I should go. And I started out in the blog comment sections, and it was really shit there, as we all know. So I suddenly got to the Discord, where it's a live feed, and it's so much better, so much easier to talk to people.
Yeah,
I feel like shots are being fired.
You're a blog moderator, is it cancer over there?
Am I a blog? Yes, I am a blog mod, and yes, it is. But it's also cancer here. It's cancer everywhere.
It's cancer everywhere. Is it cancer in real life as well?
Yeah, no, it is.
Cancer all the way down.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Terminal.
So we'll start throwing some questions at you, Krafty. So we'll start it off with, who is your favourite pony?
I have two for each gender.
Yeah, I know you do. Go on. Who are they?
Well, my favourite female one would have to be Rainbow Dash because, I don't know, she's just the most adorable looking one out of all of them. The one I most relate to, and you don't really see any of the others looking as cute in every episode.
Is it too late to ban Krafty from the podcast?
No, it is not too late. You can get another customer.
I don't mind. Yeah, he's wrong, but it's his opinion.
He's wrong, but alright.
It may be my opinion, even if it's wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, you're going to be having the RD people raging on you in the comment section, but that's not my problem.
What RD people? I don't believe they exist.
Yeah, the only RD people are people who have been here for like less than a year or just absolute dicks. Those are the only RD people. Like, eventually you realize your mistakes and you choose someone else, but that's fine.
Oh wow, so you're saying I'm a big dick?
So yes,
You're saying that you made a mistake.
Like, even if you like the character, you just can't admit it because you will get just eaten alive.
Like, it's so true.
Sorry, Krafty.
Okay, what about
You need a
Sora?
better opinion. Well, yeah, get your other character.
That's my favorite male because I don't know. He just I relate to him so much. I see him as like, I see myself in him a lot when I watch him. So yeah,
Remember that
I just
one
have
time
to
he
choose
ate
him.
pie?
Yeah,
I relate to that so much.
I find that adorable. How he's just got this niche thing for pies.
That's like his only line. I'm pretty sure he hasn't even got like an entire minute of dialogue in like 180.
I relate to
episodes.
this character.
No, my pie. That's literally it.
It's like Krafty likes pie, and he relates to that. We can respect that.
I don't eat pie like you, like chavs in McDonald's eat chicken nuggets. I just find it sweet that he likes pies, and it's kind of his thing. Nobody else does that.
Whoa,
like, as much as he
he's
does.
the only person that likes pie.
He's the only pie guy.
Well, no, I mean, like, he's the only one who like goes out to eat a pie.
You know, I have to question this then, because why do you like Rainbow Dash? Because she doesn't like.
Because
You don't know that.
It's in the
Because-
fucking
it's,
episode.
it's in an episode.
You have to choose. You have to choose one of the other 6, one of the main 6. You have to choose. Otherwise,
you
you're
have to
just gonna
choose
get
one.
cut alive by the fandom.
Absolutely.
That's
And
understandable.
it's well deserved.
Yeah. You gotta have one. Well, I guess some people would accept Starlight, but yeah.
I mean, for me, I see the adorableness in her, but for other people, they see the adorableness in another one. I don't know.
It's
Ideal
it's what
waifus.
people relate to. Yeah, different waifus for different people.
It's also half meme, half joking.
Yeah.
Half meme.
Wait, you mean that they're not actually our waifus?
What? No.
No, as in like Rainbow Dash is the best one.
Yeah,
Apparently.
no.
Half a meme.
Krafty got it.
Oh, there we go. All right, so moving on. What's your favorite episode, Crafty?
Soren episode with the pie.
I'd have to say Perfect Pair,
Perfect.
just
Pair,
because of
okay.
the way it was handled and the way it was told.
Yeah, a lot of people say that one. So, like, I don't know. Did you relate to the themes in the show, or do you think it was just a nice sort of adult episode that gave you some feels?
Well, no, because I haven't lost my parents.
I haven't lost my parents yet, so
I
you
just
know.
feel like there was this big chunk of plot that we've been missing for like so many years, and on the 7th season, we finally get told what it was like and how they actually met and how Applejack was brought into existence, and it was just all wrapped up in a neat, tidy little sweet bow. And it was just like a bigger kind of what's the word? The overall thing for the episode is teaching children how to cope with
Lost.
it's a different
this
word
loss?
than loss. I don't know, it's a different word to loss.
Tragedy?
Grief.
Yeah, it's
Disaster.
grievance. How to cope
People
with
die.
grievance. That was literally it. It was just like teaching kids how to cope with grievance, and you'd
I thought
relate
they already
that to
did
like,
that with Tank.
losing.
Yeah,
a
that
pet
was the
fish.
tank one, wasn't it? So I guess it was a
Yeah,
like
It's
tank
more
was.
of a bigger thing. to,
How
like,
dare they
actually
repeat
losing your
topics?
parents.
Unacceptable.
They kind of handled it
Terrible
differently
episode.
because by this stage they've really sort of accepted it, isn't it? And it was just kind of
Yeah,
going back to it. Yeah, it was weird. But yeah, all right. Favorite song then, Crafty.
I'd have to say Best Friends because it's catchy and yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
It's a
I
catchy
like
song.
it because it's catchy. None of the other songs are catchy.
So,
Just that
do you have
one.
like
I
Crazy
dunno.
Frog as your ringtone? And
Bad Seed is just as catchy.
He's got fucking Gangnam Style playing in the background at all times.
I don't even have a ringtone. It's just the basic Apple one.
okay, so what else do you like about it that isn't just because it's catchy? There has to be another reason.
I don't know. It's just the way it was portrayed and the way it just blends all the voices together, and everybody has their own little part to play in this big, overarching story that is the main 6. And it was in season 7, right? So it was literally, it literally goes over everything that they've learned so far.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. And yeah, I think Wob said last time that harmonizing vocals are on point.
Yes, harmonizing
that wrong?
vocals, oomph, emote.
They do good with harmonizing vocals. Okay, so final question, podcast related question, 4th bonus one. Who's your favorite princess and why?
You don't have very many options.
Yeah, there's
True,
5.
but they're also hard to choose between because Celestia's shit.
Ember,
Luna's adorable,
obviously.
but also shit.
Just say Flurry
Twilight's-
Heart. Come on.
No, I'd have to say Luna because she's developed more.
she's developed more as a character.
Developed more as like maturity wise. Like what?
Just overall, I guess she's gone through so much. She's changed completely.
She went from living on a moon to not living on a moon.
True, yes. I feel like she's more relatable too than Celestia because it's been like what 7 years and we've only had a Celestia episode now in season 8.
I blame the writers.
Wait, was that the first one?
Yeah.
From what I know, that's
Well,
like the first proper.
There's like
Celestia
episodes
plot.
where she's in it, but she's usually either co-starring or like playing a major supporting role. That was the first one where she was really the only focus of the episode.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
So yeah, it took 7 years for her to actually get a plot.
Don't word it like that. Phrasing. Be careful.
Well, a backstory then, or
There you go.
some kind of backstory.
It wasn't really backstory, was it? It's just focus. Of
Well, I don't know the word for it.
A
No,
total
I get what you
backstory.
mean.
What do you mean?
Back.
It was a complete
Stop.
backstory. They talked about how she wanted to be in a play. That was like the hugest backstory plot.
Oh yeah, shit. That was actually
That's
backstory,
the-
isn't it?
That's the only backstory. That's all we know.
When I
That's
grew
all
up,
we need
I
to
wanted
know.
to be an actress, but then I just became fucking supreme overlord ruler of a
I
crush.
became a
I
god
fucking
instead.
sucked.
my bad.
Alright then. So some solid answers by Krafty there. Spone, you wanna deal with your fellow S man?
Do I want to deal with Slink?
Please don't call me an S-man.
Hey, S-Man.
He's a
what's
road
up?
man.
Alright,
A road
so
slink.
that's his name for the rest of the podcast.
All right, Slink, are you ready?
No.
All right, that's what I like to hear. When did you join the fandom?
I joined pretty early, like 2011 or 2010. Around the time it was first kicking off, I just heard, I'm not sure where I heard it. It might have been 4chan or something else. And then I just ended up watching it, and I stuck with it. And
fuck
it
is
was
with
the
everything?
biggest mistake of my life.
Everybody joining in like 2011. Krafty's the only person that we've had on that has apparently joined like after me.
Yeah, he is.
Literally, June 2017. I shit you not.
Oh, Krafty, you were a little late to the program.
Oh, he said December 2017
Yeah.
earlier. That's
Now he's
Conflicting
just
stories.
fabricating.
Yeah, you just missed
Everybody
the
was
best part.
hoping for FOE prints for second and third time. I'm hoping for a fourth.
Jeez. All right, Slink. Why did you join, and why do you hang around?
That's a really good question.
I don't even
know.
fucking know.
Yeah,
He
like
hangs around to play
when
Fortnite.
when I watched the show, it was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like it didn't particularly speak to me. But something about it made me stick around, and I would say it's mostly the community and like the amazing fan projects and community arts that end up getting shoved out because of the show that makes me stick around more than the show itself.
So it's this podcast that makes you stay around. I see
Yeah, it's only the podcast.
the
I've been
quality.
waiting 8 years for this.
I've been waiting.
Speaking of projects, they recently finished that Sweetie Bot thing, didn't they? The
Oh,
real
man.
life one
Yeah, they've been working on that stuff.
was actually finished.
for 8 years.
Yeah, people have been developing Sweetie Bot stuff. You can look more into it after the podcast.
True, yes.
All right, Slink, favorite character.
I'm not gonna mention the princesses because that question's coming later. So outside of the two princesses, I guess Twilight's a princess. That's not my headcanon, but I'll accept it for
Twilight's not a
now.
princess.
Season 3 never happened.
I'm gonna stick with Krafty here and say Rainbow.
Wow, garbage choices
I had
here.
respect in you.
Who
Snake.
did we invite? Why did
Yeah.
we approve?
You invited the most two trash people. We're literally scraping the bottom of the trash can here, guys.
Like obviously she's not like a perfect character, but I really like the positive traits are something that I admire. And
Positive.
yeah, positive. She's good
Positive?
at something. Like
Is she?
one thing.
She
She's
can
very
go
determined.
fast. Yeah.
She can go
Yeah,
fast.
she blew fast. That's my goal in life. I want to be Sonic.
I want to be fast.
She's determined. That's for one.
Determined and motivated. Like
The only
willing to
one
put in
who's like
100%.
gotten to a goal.
I mean, Twilight kind of, reached goals like becoming a princess. I feel like
Twilight
Rainbow
didn't
Dash
have a goal.
didn't quite get there.
Yeah, but did she even know that was a goal?
I mean, pleasing the princess and like becoming friends and stuff like that was a goal, and she did that.
I mean, like, but Rainbow Dash doesn't have a horn, so she can't be a
She
princess.
doesn't have a horn, can't be a princess. Sorry, rest in peace.
Well, you say that, but apparently Celestia had wings and no horn and managed to become.
Yeah, but Celestia
Apparently, so did
character
Cadance.
doesn't make sense.
Wait, how do you know that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just headcanon from kind of books.
So, if a fanfic says it, that doesn't
No,
count.
I mean like an literal published book about it. I don't know if people. got
Oh,
that
what
it was
the
just wings.
Journal of the Two Sisters or whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Okay, yeah, I need to read that.
I haven't even heard of that. Like, you've been here for 1 year and you already know more than me.
I know a
Yeah,
lot.
it's because he has all the catching up. Like he has that drive that you have when you first join the fandom. Except for he has like way more to work
Yeah,
with.
he actually has content to like delve into.
This tasty content.
Unlike Slink when he fucking Slink
Yeah,
shows
I'm
up.
just
There's like
already
2
dead.
episodes just watching them on repeat. All right, Slink. What is your favorite episode?
Favorite episode? Well, I only like in the past year or so got caught up from like season 3 up to season like the end of season 7.
Hey, that's more
So-
than a lot of people.
Either probably season 2 finale, which is the Chrysalis double episode, or the Discord double episode, or the Glimmer Scrooge
Double
episode.
feature.
The
All the
Scroo-
double features.
Yeah, no, the Scrooge episode where she
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah,
that was
past,
a good
present,
one.
future.
Yeah.
I mean, people
House
dislike
Tale.
it because it's a fucking overplayed fucking theme, but it was still a good episode.
Everything's an overplayed theme.
It may be overplayed, but they did it really well.
Yeah, it had some
Yeah.
oomph songs.
There was good songs in there. All right, so Link, I think you kind of know what the next one's gonna be, but what is your favorite song?
Obviously, from either of those 2 episodes I listed, either This Day Aria or Luna's Future.
Of course,
Uh,
fucking.
oh,
Luna's
good
Future.
song.
It's
And-
always
Yeah,
Luna's Future.
Yeah, Pinky's Present's actually my favorite one, but that's
Yeah, I
kind of
agree.
obvious.
This Day Aria has already been done to death, and I'm sure you guys know why it's a popular song.
Everybody fucking
and-
loves it. Yeah, and it's not
and
bad, but everyone loves it.
I really like Luna's Future because it had a very distinct tone shift from like any other song that's been done in the show from then on.
Fair
Like,
enough.
every other show kind of had like the upbeat 2-step with like the foot walking that the horses do in the background
foot
kind of
walk.
thing. You
I
know
like it
that
when the
noise.
horses foot walk.
And I don't know, just that wasn't there was a good thing for me.
All right, no, fair enough, fair enough. It is unique, and I will give it that.
I don't know why people like This Day Aria. It is
I mean, it is good. It's different. It sounds really like loud and important. And
I will fight both of you if you don't like that song.
no, I
It
do
is a
like
good
it.
song.
I said I like it.
Isn't that the Qualitura song?
What?
What?
No.
No!
You have to get the fuck out.
It's the,
I don't
it's
know.
the
See,
list
this
one.
is why I said I don't know.
You're
What's this
uninvited.
one?
Oh my God, why do we have
You're
this
proving
guy?
yourself.
Oh, is that the one in the season 2 finale?
Yes.
Fucking
Oh,
this.
what?
Oh yes, most definitely the exact same thing.
Okay, now that I know what it is and what the actual title is, I will have to agree it is like a different change of tone.
Oh my God.
What? Oh
See,
man.
you say I know a
I
lot.
thought you
don't
meant when
actually
to
know a
wrap
lot.
up. My bad. Goddamn Krafty, come on.
I thought it was the hop,
Oh,
skip,
yeah.
and
Oh
jump
my God.
one from Dragon Shine.
I don't know. Are we talking about Babseed here?
Babseed is actually the main character of the show.
It
So,
should be.
Slink, now we have to get to the very specific question of which character, princess-wise, is your favorite.
Yeah, that's really a question that I'm sure none of you know the answer to. I'm very tight-lipped about who I find my favorite. It's Luna, obviously, but
Yeah, Flurry Heart. Yeah, I understand.
yeah, it's
Fine.
Flurry Heart. Just she's a baby.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Yeah.
But yeah, Luna's great because she actually has substantial character development, and yeah, Twilight doesn't count as a princess, so she I don't
Twilight
consider her
doesn't
one.
count. There's no development
Yeah,
there.
so like Luna
not
is
a
the only
princess.
developed character that's a princess.
What kind of
No.
development do you think she's had? Like, I'm curious because
Well-
what's happened to her in season 2? She's just like how art thou? And then in season 7,
it's
she's just like, how art thou?
Thy butt is ungobbled.
I mean, she was probably one of the first characters who actually got developed through Nightmare Moon to
Literally first redemption
like
of the show.
child thing. When she became a child for an episode, and then they're like, yeah, this isn't gonna sell toys, so they switched her to like discount Celestia look.
Discount Celestia.
Oh yeah, with no
So,
she just appeared.
Yeah,
again.
she did a lot of character shifts through that point, and while her character development isn't super strong, given that she's a supporting character, it's still better than someone like Celestia, we've had 8 seasons now, and all we know is that she's a prankster and she can't act.
Dude, no, she can act. Didn't you see?
Oh yeah,
Best
you're
actor.
right. She's the best actor. So it's just in comparison to Celestia, she's so much better.
I mean, I can't really argue with that. He has a point.
Spone, since it's a podcast way topic, you wanna throw out your answer for this one as well.
I've already given my answer multiple times. It's most definitely Flurry Heart.
I mean, yeah, you know, those pumpkin tones weren't enough in season 2. Let's just combine them both together and have
I
the
mean,
best
do you really
character
want?
in the
Like,
show.
I could probably come up with some reasons for Flurry Heart being the best.
Wait, like, is that your
I
actual
will
answer?
definitely tell you you're wrong.
No. You see, Flurry Heart.
No, you're wrong.
She's powerful, right?
You're allowed your own opinion, even if it's
Got
wrong.
This untapped energy.
This isn't an
right?
opinion though. This is just bullshit.
No, this is most definitely my opinion.
Yeah.
This is how I feel.
You can have an
Best.
opinion, but you can't have an opinion that's just wrong. Like, yeah, I'm a robot. That's not an opinion. You're just wrong.
No, it's an opinion. Okay, aside from Flurry Heart, I'd have to say probably Twilight. Just because Twilight is a princess. I'm sorry, Slink. I know that
Twilight's-
you might not have caught up to that point, but just most character
Spoiler alert,
development.
just slap spoilers all over this podcast now. Good job, Spone.
She doesn't have
Those-
wings.
She does have wings. I'm sorry,
Season 3 never happened.
but yeah, it just has the most development, most episodes. Yeah, she's just a nice character, just like the main fucking character. So it's kind of hard not to pick the main character.
Most development, yet they go over the same development over and over again.
Yeah, by the
You
way,
can't tell me none of
she's-
the other characters do. Yes, Link, go for it.
By the way, she's a nervous wreck, in case you didn't get that.
No,
In case
we're
it
not
wasn't
talking about
clear,
Flurry
we're going to
Heart.
do another episode about that.
No.
No?
Nah, I don't see it. Those episodes never happened.
Just delete from existence.
I just refuse to acknowledge any episode that goes against my headcanon.
Exactly, that's why she's not a princess, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, what about you, NG? Which one's your favorite? If I had to guess, I'm going to assume Cadance.
Why Cadance?
I don't know. I just had to
I
pick
know
Cadance.
this.
Someone has to like Cadance.
Yeah, that's what Bunker's job is, isn't it? That's like his only
Oh,
thing.
fuck.
Bad.
That's true. We don't have Cadance here, though.
So my favorite is actually Celestia.
What the fuck?
Ugh,
me?
ugh.
I like her because I think she's funny whenever she's in the show. Like in that season 4 one, when she invites
like
Discord to the gala, and she's just like, and Discord fucks everything up, and Twilight's just like, why did you invite Discord? And it's just like, why wouldn't I? Are you seeing what's happening? I
This
like
is
the
great.
whole
Turns,
Trollestia side of things.
turns over to Twilight with a smug on her face. Just like, lol. For the lols.
And even in
And she just
the
watches the show for the memes.
why else would you watch the show?
We're all memes. It's okay.
We're all memes on the inside. But yeah,
Oh,
that
Stickborn is
that
my
is why
princess.
Celestia is my favorite. Even in the most recent one, Horseplay, I think she was just fucking with Twilight.
The whole time. She's just
Yeah,
fucking with the
teaching
show.
with a teaching a nice little friendship lesson. I don't know.
She just causes all these problems and like, haha, joke's on you.
Yeah,
It was all
Yeah,
just a
pretending to be bad.
Chrysalis coming in. That was just a joke.
exactly. It was to solidify Shining Armor and Cadence's relationship. Just like, you know what? Let's invite the changelings over just to
Mix things up.
some
you know?
relationship
hell of a
building.
One hell of a shotgun wedding, okay? Like, oh yeah, if you don't get married, your entire race. No
By the
pressure.
way, We're kind of forcing your hand here.
If you don't get married, your entire race is going to get attacked in season 6.
Rest in peace.
It was.
Ugh.
Yeah, that is my reasoning. I don't know why she gets so much hate, but there we
Okay. Well, I mean, at least it's a decent reason. It's better than just ignoring facts like Twilight being a princess.
go.
So, NG, you want to start leading off onto our first princess?
Yeah, so we'll start talking about Luna, even though she's not the
Who?
She's not a princess, is that what you're going to say?
she's not the tallest princess. I was gonna go in height order, but I've decided
Yeah,
to.
you're going to go by tallest princess to shortest.
You've gone from the best.
I wanted to start with Luna. So, we'll throw some general thoughts out there. Krafty, since wait, who's Krafty's favorite princess again?
Luna.
Oh, okay,
Me
okay.
and Slink. Yeah, I'd just like to point out on an unrelated note, I came into this thinking, oh yeah, just Slink's another guy. Yet we've had the
Slink's
same
another
answer
guy.
for 2 questions. And
Yeah, I'm
like,
just another dude.
it's
This
so
is-
weird just to have someone who relates in that same kind of way.
That's the sub point of this podcast. You know, just friendships are formed
Yeah,
between the guests.
Me and Krafty's really gay relationship forged
play
over the
lots of
fires of the
Fortnite.
worst best character.
that's. I mean, what better reason to be best friends?
Yeah, they're actually best friends, they just don't know it.
Our friendship has been formed on the fire that is Fortnite. I shit
Wonderful.
you not.
Well, both
yeah,
of you are fucking...
actually,
It's so true.
NG,
Yeah.
do it.
So, okay, so both of your favorite princesses are Luna for some goddamn reason. So you've already talked about them a bit. What are there any other thoughts you want to add in before we delve deeper into this topic? Like, of just what? Okay, what are some negatives you think about Luna? That's an interesting one since you both like
What
it. What are
is
some
a
negatives?
Luna?
negatives is they
Doesn't have any.
not enough episodes of her. Obviously, that's a
Yes.
negative. Another negative is that even though she has character development, that I don't know, just beyond the initial like 2-parter intro to the show. By the way, did you watch this show part? She's kind of stagnated a little, so it's mostly just the community's perception of her that's shifted over time, which is probably why I enjoy her so much, is because she's so popular, so you get to see a lot of content around her.
She hasn't really expanded, has she?
No, she's still
She's not expanded. She's not an absolute unit yet.
I gotta say that although I do shit on Luna sometimes, I do think her episodes with the Q-Mark Crusaders were absolutely amazing. The whole like invading the dreams thing, making sure everyone has some nice dreams. Oh,
The whole invading your head thing, you know.
She had
Yeah, I
the
love
whole
it.
episode with the Tartarus. That was a really good plot point episode. Like she felt
Tantabus?
guilty for the Tartarus.
There's
Tantabus?
Tantabus.
It's
Oh,
Tantabus.
Tantabus. Oh,
Yeah, not
Tartarus is
Tartarus.
that place.
Yeah,
where-
Tartarus is the
Tartarus
place.
is not.
It's not a place that
That's-
has dreams.
Tartarus is where Tyrek escaped from.
Yeah, but
Good job,
the
Krafty.
Tantabus,
Continuing.
yeah, it was a really powerful episode, and she really shone in how she felt guilty of just doing all this shit as Nightmare Moon and scaring them for so long, and like you can tell her feelings are genuine.
It was a surprising one. Just like, oh shit, like she's just been tormenting herself during her sleep every night since season 1 because,
Yeah,
like, yeah, she feels like super fucking guilty for what she did. And then the
Yeah, she
main six
should.
just did what they usually do and forgave her. But
We
She deserved
forgive
it.
you. You're not that bad. It's like, no, but I am that bad. It's like, nah, you're not. Episode
she's
over.
also the most strongest, I have to say.
Most
strongest. Yeah, so we were going to talk about powers. Why do you think that? Why do you think she's the strongest princess?
Well, I don't mean strongest as in like power wise. I mean strongest as in like emotionally wise. Because do you remember the season 7 episode where Glim changes the marks around? It's Celestia who breaks down rather than Luna, and Luna's like there supporting her. So I consider that her showing that she's more powerful emotional wise.
as a counterpoint to that, I just want to point out the whole thing where she broke down and tried to enslave the country was a thing that happened. And
Yeah.
yeah, that did happen at some point.
She got a little
that
jealous and tried to
happened.
enslave everyone and then got sent to the moon. That was a plot point at some point.
But I mean, from what we've seen, how she is now power-wise, like this is the reformed one, not the jealous before
Her
Nightmare
reformed
Moon
power
phase.
is much stronger.
I don't know, like being to the moon for 1,000 years, it fucks you up, and you learn.
She's
that you
surprisingly
don't act
hype when
like
she
Do you
an
comes
say
back.
that
ass.
from experience?
I like to point out that she came back as a Nightmare Moon, you know, from the moon.
Oh, so she did come back pissed. It was just
Yeah,
that.
well,
the
yeah, she
main
came
six were
back
hit with
fucking
elements of
pissed.
harmony. Why couldn't... So Celestia used the elements of harmony to banish her. Why could
Yeah.
the main six use the elements of harmony to, like, reform her? Was Celestia just like, do I want to set this to
Celestia
banish or
not-
reform? Nah, just fuck off, mate.
Not able to have forgiveness. Celestia doesn't understand.
I reckon, and this is partly headcanon probably, that the bearers of the elements, the main six, actually like impose friendship onto the person and force them to change.
We
Like
impose
Celeste-
friendship on you.
Wasn't Luna also a wielder of like half the elements back in that time? So like,
She was,
No.
yeah. I forgot which three, but yeah, she was.
No
yeah,
clue.
so like having like that would just be like Twilight, like, oh fuck you guys, I'm gonna solve these problems by myself, and like
Time to
just
kill off fucking
just
Rainbow
death
Dash.
lasers
Rarity.
everyone with the elements.
I suppose they're powerful if they're on a singular pony themselves, because if that pony encompasses it rather than six on a single person, it's not going to be as powerful, is it? If you got 6 points, focal points, all bursting into one rainbow as it happens.
It's all bursting into a rainbow.
It does, though.
I don't know.
does.
Let me consult my fucking textbooks here. Let me see what they have to say about this.
I bet it's more powerful when it's
I-
not princess.
I don't think there's any way to confirm this, but you know what? I'll go with it.
This is just pure bullshit headcanon, but
By the way, I
whatever.
named Octavia.
By the way, I named the
Well,
character in the show.
You're asking why didn't she do it? I mean, that's probably a genuine reason why she didn't do it, because she couldn't.
I think
she's
my
not
reasoning makes
powerful.
more sense. She just didn't want to.
just
Like,
Yeah, maybe
you know,
that's
if you
just-
get into an argument with like a sibling, would you rather send them to a moon or apologize? You know, sending them to the moon is just the logical option.
I mean, like the other solution might have been turn them into stone, get fucked.
yeah, just
Like
do the
Discord?
Discord route. Hey, that's the
Was
same
it
with the main six
Celestia
again,
that-
isn't it? That was Celestia just saw them reform Nightmare Moons, just whisked Discord in on just a cart, and was just like, hey, can you guys reform this dude as well? And then Fluttershy was just like, sure, I
Can you
guess.
reform this one? Starts dumping off every fucking statue she's ever had of people. Just like, hey, can you reform this one?
What if secretly there's a basement under Canterlot that's just filled with fucking statues of everyone?
All of her
Everyone that
past
does
students that end up turning evil.
That's why fucking Shimmer ran away. There you
Yeah.
She just ran away whilst Celestia was firing rainbow lasers at her.
New
To make
hit, and
it
this is
simple.
like the fucking new headcanon right here. Alright, so yeah, let's discuss Nightmare Moon / Luna's fucking power.
Yeah, so why do you think Nightmare Moon was created? Why did she turn evil so long ago? Like,
You're
I mean, jealousy
asking-
is what the show says.
jealousy is what the show says, but that's kind of bullshit. Just like, oh no, everyone
Oh,
slept
sorry.
through the
My
night.
bad.
Like, did she was in Equestria for however long before this. She knew that, you know, nighttime was when you slept, and then it was just, oh, everyone's sleeping at night. Let me create a beautiful night. Everyone's sleeping at night. What assholes?
This is bullshit because you know I'm also awake at night and I'm sad that nobody appreciates the nighttime.
Nobody.
Hey,
you
I
just
love
sit at the
nighttime.
window.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I
At the
sit at the
stars.
window, I look at the stars. I'm like, oh, thank God, I'm not sleeping.
And then the sun comes up, and you're just like, oh, what is this garbage? And then
Exactly.
you go to sleep.
Close the fucking curtains. Fucking take a nap. You know that's ideal.
So Celestia's the one that should be pissed, really.
Absolutely not happy with me at all.
As you're asking someone who's just finished FOE, I have to say the reason on there is actually a really good one.
Yeah,
Because like if you're jealous, you're just going to be jealous. Wait, have you not got to that part?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
When was it?
It's a bit. Apparently, a meteorite came down, and this star metal that formed her armor twisted her, and that's the evil that got her.
Yeah, that's a shit reason. I don't like that. This isn't a
looking at
anime.
it right now, and it's contradicting because Faust. If you didn't know, she's like the original creator of the show, like season 1. So that's
who the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Never heard of her.
She said that it was an evil entity, like dark magic, possessing her. But then that got debunked by the Do Princess's Dream of Magic Sheep episodes. So yeah, they just can't keep their plot straight. She's evil, and it was her fault, and it was evil magic.
It was all of the above.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with evil magic because otherwise, honestly, the reasons are kind of shit.
Yeah.
The last season 7 episode, Pony of Shadows, that's the closest thing we've ever got to seeing where it actually comes from.
What, you think, apparently, like, the Pony of Shadows thing was a Nightmare Moon sort of thing.
Well, no, he said that evil encompassed him. Where does this evil come from? That was the closest we've ever got to finding out what this evil was and where it actually comes from.
I guess I can see what you mean. There's sort of similarities with the sort of haziness that Nightmare Moon had when she was infecting the trees and the rocks in that first episode, and the like weird foggy haziness around the Pony of Shadows. They were kind of similar, but yeah, there isn't too much stuff on this in the show, which is why you kind of have to resort to headcanons and shit.
Why we have to ask. I like the question that you brought up of saying, like, what happened with dreams while she was gone? Like, did people just have fucking nightmares and nobody, like...
They didn't sleep.
They just didn't fucking sleep while she was gone?
Sleep's
not an option anymore.
1,000 years later. Oh, thank God.
I can finally get a good night's rest.
Once she's banished for being jealous that no one's seeing her nighttime, everyone's just like, alright, let's not have this happen again. Everyone just stays awake, looking at the stars, appreciating everything.
Well, I'm gonna go with my headcanon here, and that's since Celestia took control of the moon, she probably also took control of the dreams too.
But
yeah,
wasn't like a plot point in the Cutie Mark Switch episode, whatever it's called, the Royal Sisters one?
Oh yeah, that counteracts that, doesn't it?
Yeah, when she had to do the job, she was like a hot fucking mess at it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like she's done it for 1,000 years.
That contradicts all plots. See, they can't actually keep their plot straight, can they?
Yeah, it's impossible. It's too hard.
But I don't know. I don't think she did take over dreams. I think she took over the moon. I don't know how. She just sort of did. Maybe the elements of harmony just.
Yeah.
Like...
Maybe she let the Earth actually rotate.
Maybe.
It doesn't rotate. Flat Equestria.
Flat Equestria.
You've heard.
But if it was flat Equestria, like when it went back down, wouldn't it just crash into like the plane?
No.
Like, it was just like
magic.
They dug a hole for it to go in.
There's like little black holes.
Or is it like a skybox?
There you go.
The movie where the guy Storm King has the Staff of Scarnus. The moon and the sun are so close to each other, it's almost like it is a flat Equestria.
There you go.
Proved it.
Fucking confirmed right there. The math adds up.
Headcanon. The movie confirms flat.
We'll just rename this podcast from princesses to hashtag flat Equestria.
Hashtag broken plot points and flat Equestria.
That's also the point of this one, isn't it?
Bitch about all of the problems with the princesses, and then also bitch about flat Equestria.
I feel like they could delve into a lot more of the 1,000 years where Luna was gone, though. Like, a lot of things gonna happen.
What is there to see? There's just dust,
Nothing
moon
happened.
dust.
Moon dust.
I got a video for you where it's just that one song and she's dancing on the moon eating burgers. That's all that happened, really.
Yeah, there's not much.
I don't mean the moon side of things. I mean, like...
No, the moon was the only thing there.
I like how you didn't mention her seeing the moon landing. So does that prove that it's fake, Slink?
It's flat Equestria. What do you think?
It's flat Equestria, exactly. The moon doesn't actually exist.
American ponies never actually went to the
How
moon.
do you land on the moon when like an entity is just like, yeah, I'm gonna put it down now, and then you just in space forever?
You just fire the rocket at it. It's just like, no way, she's about to lower the moon. We're not gonna get there in time. And then you just sail right past it.
It's fucking
Ponies in
torn away from. This is why they don't go into space.
This is why there is no pony space travel. It's exactly the reason.
All right. So, what was the next talking point? Luna's banishment. Why become Nightmare Moon? Oh boy.
We already sort
Yeah,
of talked about
we
that.
already sort of threw some stuff about that. There was.
How about we talk about how Luna just immediately becomes friends with Celestia again?
Well, I mean,
Becomes friends.
yeah, I'm not sure that was really immediate. It was an entire season before their relationship wasn't even shown until like 7 seasons later, and it was shown
I just
to be
like how
strange.
like in
the
season
forgiveness.
like back in season 1, they were like hugging again, right in the second episode.
She was crying and apologizing. That doesn't really count as a friend hug.
That's not. It's not the same.
I think, I mean, like, if you have a sibling, you don't just like treat them like a dick, do you? Of course, you
No,
be
I
friendly
do.
to them.
No, I do.
I mean, you
Yeah,
have sibling
would.
rivalry, but you just like you're not going to not be friends with your sibling, are you?
I
You're
guess it
gonna talk
depends
to
on if you
them.
like your sibling.
Well,
Let's
they're not
assume
gonna
that they
dislike
like each other.
Yeah, it's MLP. You're not going to dislike your sibling.
Yeah, you don't know that. The show, I'm sure at some point in the show there's dislike between, like, fucking. No, never mind. I was gonna say
Rarity and
Zephyr.
Tweetyville.
I was gonna say Zephyr, but even then, Fluttershy's too nice.
Yeah,
the
but
woman
Flashlight
live
still
in
does hate him.
Sunburst.
They're not
Fucking Zephyr, though.
siblings.
No, their parents. That's
Oh, their
that's what I was
parents.
getting at.
Yeah, then that was like seen as some torrential friendship problem that they needed to fix. Like, as called by the overseeing map of
Expanding.
true ruling.
The friendship map is my favorite princess.
Friendship map best princess. It's pretty OP to be honest. All
I
seeing.
have to say, going back to that episode where the marks were swapped around, how does Luna eat the fucking skin of a banana? That's disgusting. That has to be
Dude,
one
they're
of
horses.
my flaws.
They're horses.
She
they don't
was
care.
tired.
Yeah, but it looks like she eats it on a daily basis.
Yeah, she's tired.
If
Dude,
you're
they're
tired, wouldn't you
horses,
just
come
eat the
on.
entire banana rather than peeling
No.
it and
I
then
eat
throwing away
mine.
the flesh bit?
Look, if you look up like the facts, I'm sure you'll find that like horses can't actually eat like the inside of a banana or something, and they did that to be consistent. And you just don't know enough about horses.
Dude, we should just be happy she didn't like start crunching down on like her wine glass or something, okay? Like, small
Starts eating the
blessings.
fucking table or some shit. Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh god.
Well,
Okay.
I've just googled what you said, and they can eat the whole banana. It doesn't
Oh.
say no inside banana.
Well, there you go. They can eat the whole banana, so maybe she just prefers the outside.
Yeah, just a bit of.
Maybe she likes the
Chewier.
banana
She
shell.
depends on quality.
Please don't call it a banana shell.
Banana shell.
Banana shell. What is that?
It's the outside of the banana.
Oh, no, that just sounds wrong.
Nah, it's not wrong.
To be honest though, with the whole like Luna changing immediately, that could sort of go with the whole dark spirit infecting her. Then the elements of harmony shoot that thing away, and then you're just left with Luna, and she's just like, "Oh hey guys, I'm back." And then
And she's
Yeah, that
a
would make
fucking
sense
child.
because they can't
Ah.
like death laser anyone else to change how they feel. Like when
Death
Discord
laser?
got death lasered, he was
Fucking-
just turned into stone.
It's
No,
just a
it's-
rainbow, guys.
It's
It's
a
not
death
like a
laser.
This is the gay agenda, all right.
It's okay,
exactly.
It's like when a rainbow comes over the horizon and hits a pot of gold. It's not like a.
and it just
Terminator
destroys
laser.
you and turns you into stone.
Fuck, I hate it when I get hit by a rainbow and get turned to stone.
You're just walking down the street. It's the most inconvenient thing to happen, really, isn't it?
Could be late for work again by 1,000 years. I hate it.
God, worst.
Oh no! You just get frozen to stone for 1,000 years. You get unstoned, and you're like your wife's gone. Everybody, your family's gone. They're dead. You've lost.
I
your
hope
Yeah,
you're
get
showing up to
report,
work
noob.
unstoned.
Yeah, I've actually touched on that. Luna just comes back after 1,000 years. Wait, is Bill dead? Fuck! Like,
Fuck, all my friends are dead.
like that would be pretty traumatic. But
The reason Luna doesn't have a pet is because it died.
Yeah. Luna was gone. It comes back. Literally everyone that she knows is fucking dead aside from Celestia. So maybe that's why they, got together again so well.
yeah, no,
Is that-
Discord.
At least
Discord.
he won't die on me.
Celestia /
Oh.
lunatic.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody doesn't know she's actually back until that Halloween episode.
I
Yeah,
think
no.
they do.
Well, they don't know about it, completely.
I think you.
Oh, just
They-
I feel
partial.
like there'll be some sort of royal
Yeah.
announcement. By the way, there's like 2 princesses now. We've doubled the
By
amount.
the way, they've
Do they
been
have some
doubled.
announcement system? Just the
That's what the cancel voice is for.
just
By the way,
I'm no longer evil. Just letting you know.
It was a phase, Mom.
NG,
huzzah! The princesses have been doubled.
I
Oh,
believe
God.
that it is. I believe that it's time to move to our next princess, and I think that you are the best one to move on.
I'm the best one to move on. I'm not ready to move on, Spone.
Yeah, Celestia. Okay, good talk. On to Cadance.
Okay,
All
so
right,
why
and that's
don't
it
you
for
like?
Celestia. On to the next one.
Alright, so you guys are pretty ready to shit on Celestia then. I've said my points on why I like Celestia. Why don't you guys like Celestia?
You want me to use you my points?
We'll give it to Slink first, and then we'll go to whoever else wants to shit on Celestia today.
I shit on Celestia because she has a lot of potential and I like her character, but she's just the writers just throw her away over and over again. Like she's supposed to be like the overarching deity of the land, and but she just every time a villain comes up, she just gets pooped on.
No,
And
every time a
it's just-
villain comes up, she sees an well-planned opportunity for a friendship lesson for Twilight.
Yeah,
This looks like a friendship lesson.
She's
Now we
got
need
the
to-
200
we
IQ
need to-
plays. Like,
We need to
Okay.
fucking edit a meme where it's like is this a blank, and just have like Celestia and be like, is this a friendship lesson?
yeah,
There you
it's just
go.
a picture of Tarek.
Yeah.
I guess it would work in her favor because if everything goes wrong, all the people who remember her doing nothing are dead. And if it goes right,
Exactly.
she seems like the mastermind who predicted
Maybe
it.
she just wants to die, and like everyone else needs
She's
to die as well,
Thanos.
so she just lets it happen.
She clicks her hoof and half the population disappears.
No, Krafty. No, shit me.
All the background characters just, oh, I don't feel so good, and melt away.
And then we move on to Gen 5.
Season
the
9
end.
finale, wow.
Season 9, that'll feel half the characters die, and now we're on to the next fucking generation.
Dan Star asks, do you guys think that Daybreaker will appear in the show again?
We'll talk about Daybreaker.
We will get, we will get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, so, going back to Celestia, I wasn't actually memeing when I said it. It's the friendship problem. Like, you know when Discord winked at Celestia at the end of the season 4 finale and gave Celestia flowers.
Do you ship it now? Do you ship it now?
No, man. Flight Cord is the Discord ship of choice.
KP's gonna kill you.
But
Rest in peace.
like I think she knew she's smarter than she lets on. I think that's given. She is a very powerful being, and she just sort of lets things happen. But I think there's a reason behind this because of the events of that, the whole friendship castle got created. I don't know really what else happened. Yeah, they found because
They
that's
did
it. That's it.
things.
Twilight had to forgive Discord to get the last key to the chest. In order for Twilight to forgive Discord, Discord had to be evil again. Discord had to help Tarek. So Celestia knew exactly what she was fucking doing in that episode, and she wasn't
Are
just
you sure about that?
Are
being
you
a little
implying
bitch.
that
Are you implying
Celestia
she
could
knew?
pretend that she didn't know, even though she can't do a game of charades? Like,
Yeah,
not
she
even
can't do a
acting.
game
He
of
can't even
charades.
That's the whole Trollestia thing. That's the whole Trollestia
Can't
thing.
act her way out of a fucking cardboard box.
There is bullshit reasoning to come up with all the flaws it shows for Celestia. Okay,
You
I-
can't.
it's
I
either
can just-
Trollestia or carefully pre-planned, like crazy ass theories.
I can't
Okay.
dismiss Twilight as being an alicorn, but you can just say, "Oh no, it was all her master plan."
Yeah.
It
She
was
knew it
all a
all.
part of the plan.
I just want to point out the movie. She doesn't immediately go to Twilight. She immediately goes to Luna, looking like she's just shat herself, and says, before she does nothing, instantly turned into stone. So that is my flaw in your point.
Okay, so she runs up to Luna and goes whatever she says. Do you remember what she says?
She turns.
Okay, so she gets
turns.
fucking kicked into stone, and then in her head she's thinking, "This will be the perfect plan for Twilight to be able to reform
This would be a
Tempest
perfect
and
friendship lesson.
share the word of friendship towards the other outside races outside of Equestria and expand my influence across lands out
Yes,
further
the best way to
outside."
do this is to potentially die.
No, she knew. She had the She
She
knew
did
the
not
capabilities of Twilight. She knew.
All right,
She knew
guys. I
Durfee
think
was
She
I
didn't even know
stone.
Tempest was a
Celestia.
character.
Guys, I
the
figured
only
it out.
reason.
I've got it. You guys know Doctor Strange, right? Fucking
No,
Celestia.
Celestia
She
is
can
Doctor
just
Strange.
see. She can just see into the future and knows all the different possibilities. There you go.
She knows all 14,506 possibilities.
Exactly, and she just lets whatever one happen for the best outcome. There you go.
This is Celestia
You
is the
headcanon.
true 200 IQ princess. Like,
Yeah.
why would you not
knows?
have the 200 IQ princess as your favorite princess? Celestia is the right answer.
I don't know. I'm still going to use that point against you because she didn't know. She had no clue.
She didn't know.
Either
Also-
Celestia is very lucky.
I'm not sure
Or
we're gonna
she's
touch on
weaker.
this, but can we address the fact that the writers created these overpowered characters and can't write themselves out of it? So anytime a threat comes up, they just have to delete the 3 characters that could instantly stop it.
Fuck,
Every
we
time.
added a character that's too good. We need to fucking delete it.
I mean, there was also Discord in the movie. Discord just did nothing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like-
Discord doesn't give a shit, man. He
No,
likes it.
he was the balloon. That's true. He got
He was
he
the
got
balloon.
zapped out.
He got bluified.
That's
Rest in peace. All
pretty
right.
sad. So, okay, what are the Celestia topics? Okay, so power. What does she do? So she raises the moon.
What does she
I mean,
do?
she raises the sun. I mean,
She
Yeah,
does
she does
nothing.
Coming from the Celestia fan, what does she do?
what else does she do? Like Luna could invade people's. Not invade. That sounds like super
Invade.
aggressive.
Yeah, it's invade.
But Luna can
Suppose.
guide people. Luna can guide people's dreams. That's a much better word. What else does Celestia do? Is she just a
Celestia can roll over when people like try
Walk
and take
in.
over. Yeah, she just lets it happen.
I
just
mean,
like
she
she
can
can't
run a
act.
country.
yeah,
Can
she can
she?
run a country.
She can't act.
Yeah, can't act for shit.
Yeah,
She can make a
she runs the
pancake.
country. She knows exactly how to do things. She knows how to
She
fix
makes
the
sure that,
relationships
like,
with
economy
Yakistan.
stays stable. All these other things.
Yeah, but isn't there a delegate for each state? Like Philadelphia
there's-
and
No, those aren't states. That's not how this works.
What do
Well,
you mean?
no, I mean like
The
They-
United
they
States
have,
of
like,
Equestria.
a main person for each place. Do you remember that episode where all those people came together to make that giant statue? That's all the delegates for each location.
Oh god,
That-
I've
that-
forgotten
They
Princess
run the
Spike.
place.
But
So
they,
she basically
but
runs the top.
they all
thing.
come to Celestia.
True, but she's not running the entire show.
She's
Does this mean
she's like
that-
El Presidente.
She's the user of Equestria. She's just a PR character.
She's the PR. Goes it. Hang on. She's the fucking HR department.
So it's
There's a
basically
new
like
sugar
in England,
tax.
like Celestia's the royal family, and then you've actually got the government running things. Celestia's just there to bring the tourism in.
Exactly. That is literally her.
Damn.
I mean, have you ever seen her do any important stuff? I mean, when we had that episode, all she had
Sorry,
to do
I
was
guess
go to school.
raising the sun every day isn't important. Let's just
I
forget about
still
that
believe
then.
it's a power play. It's a power play. You
It's a
can't.
town-
Literally, all she does is go into meetings and go to schools to smile.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
but
Star just
l-
said
let's
that.
be
Celestia
honest.
sounds
Let's
like
be
that.
honest here. Like, would you really want to anger someone who can control the fucking sun?
Fucking.
That's true.
I mean, like the moon. You know, the moon could crash into the planet. Maybe it'd be fine, right? But the sun, you're fucked.
Yeah, she dies too. Get fucked.
Exactly though. But like, she's got the power. You don't want to fuck with that. She takes herself out. She's taking everyone out.
Imagine being like Celestia's parents though, just like, oh, I wonder what my daughter's special talent will be. She controls the
Oh
fucking
shit! She
sun.
moves the fucking sun.
She's gonna be the next ruler of Equestria for the next 1,000+ years.
I'm pretty sure her parents are probably like some space-time fucking marks, and they control
Fucking
all space. something like that.
Scientology.
Yeah.
Fucking, she was dropped down by aliens onto the planet.
When are we gonna get a Perfect Moon, the Perfect Pair sequel with his
Perfect moon.
Celestia and Luna's parents,
So Luna's parents.
who are just rocks?
They're moon rocks. That's what happened.
They could do a bit on that. Like,
Yeah.
one thing that I noticed is that I guess we could talk about this later, but like none of the princesses have any family outside of each other. They don't really
Twilight.
have any close friends apart from Twilight. Because she's the
Wait,
princess.
did you mention Prince Blueblood in that?
Oh yeah, who the fuck is he? Apart
That
from a
is
mistake.
Celestia's cousin or something like that.
He's a wanker.
He's
Okay, this
mistaken.
seriously
I'm gonna
fucks
go
up with like a
mistake.
family tree. Yeah, this seems like a mistake. Like he's never been in it before. It's just like, oh yeah, this guy exists at the end of season 1, and they realized, wait, shit, this thing isn't just like
Who?
a one season thing. So we actually have to do something with Princess Blueblood. Let's just. Then some Hasbro executives, it's just like, let's never mention him again.
Just write him out of the show.
And
He's gone.
Where's Cadance? Where's she from as well? I reckon she's
We don't know.
related bloodline somewhere.
I
This
just
is why we
assumed she
need
was just
more,
another
backstory.
princess that got ascended somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, that is true, but like, we don't know where the fuck she came from.
No,
Yeah, she just appeared.
I mean, that could be done
Maybe
something later. Like,
she too was birthed from a moon rock.
or maybe she was just born as an alicorn, like apparently happens nowadays.
Nah, she wasn't. Because they even
Nah.
said that like Flurry Heart was the first one.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go.
They're
When
just
the fuck
lying.
was that a thing?
The birth of an alicorn is something we haven't seen for 1,000 moons.
Wait,
Yeah,
did they say
yeah,
that?
yeah.
1,000 moons?
Yeah.
But
Or
that's
something like that.
Yeah,
Cadance isn't
after.
1,000 years old.
Yeah,
But
that means
Luna
they
and
were.
Celestia are, maybe.
Cadance is not 1,000 years old though.
And Celestia wasn't
So
born as
you
an
think?
alicorn. So that means Luna was an alicorn born. That we've solved it. By process of elimination,
Luna is actually
alicorn born.
Celestia's daughter.
Yeah. Not my headcanon.
Oh god.
Hashtag not my headcanon.
There you go.
You have to face it now, Slink. I'm sorry. The only way that an alicorn can be born is from an alicorn mother. Celestia was the only one at the time. That was an alicorn. Luna is the only
Well, no.
alicorn-born baby. This is...
So
No.
was like until season 8, did Applejack just like originate from Big Mac? Was that your headcanon?
Yeah, totally. Apple Bloom is
Just
Apple
slide
Jack's
out of
daughter.
his mouth? Just how'd that happen?
Big Mac wasn't feeling so good one day. He ate too many apples. His mates were just like I don't know, Shining Armor, his best buddy, was just like, come on, chug, 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 except with apples, and he just shoved apples in his mouth.
Apples. Mm.
They compressed in his stomach, and he just puked out a baby Applejack.
Nah.
That's how it works.
That's my
I don't
fetish.
even think they're friends. I don't think they'd even converse.
They're best mates.
Dude, there's like
I find Apple
3
Snack.
male
Apple Snack
horses.
is just like chug, chug.
There's
So-
3 male horses in the entire series. They have to be friends for
Yeah,
survival.
Did you not listen to our male characters of the show podcast? There are plenty more
No.
than 3. Like, but
No.
There's like 7. Don't worry.
yeah, it's like 7. Come
Oh,
on.
So many.
Oh.
There's loads of male guys that. Oh wait,
We know this,
haven't talked
Krafty. We
about-
had an entire podcast on it.
You just reminded me. There's still one princess, a male alicorn that we haven't talked about yet.
No.
If
can
you
shove that on
mention
the
Big
end
Mac
as a-
and
No, the builder guy in that old Granny episode. Granny's Gone Wild.
There are so many fucking animation mistakes. There are like Rarity's
Yeah.
a princess. I think Fluttershy's a princess.
Yeah, but those are single frames. This is a whole animation movement where they didn't notice that he had both things.
Well, you know,
What
he's
about
the.
Big Mac?
Yeah,
Like,
I thought you were going to talk about.
Didn't you
Big
want to
Mac
be
there.
Princess Big Mac in the Dream
Yeah, but
episode? There
That
you
was
go.
done
There's
on
another
purpose,
one.
though.
Would he be princess
there's
of
another one.
just princess of apples?
And that was in a dream world, whereas this was like
It still
reality.
You can't tell me it doesn't count. It was in the show. It's canon.
It was in the dream world, whereas this guy was in reality.
The real world. How do we know which episodes are in the dream world?
Maybe Tantibus was in the episode that was in the real world. And,
exactly. Maybe the Tantibus is the real world.
Right. If you're gonna say this shit, what if you say that Pinky actually went to a different universe and we're just watching a whole different universe instead of the one we just came out of?
Exactly.
Dun dun dun.
G5, Pinky just comes back and goes, "You won't believe the shit I've seen."
Everybody's just old and decrepit.
All right, we need to go back to Celestia.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
one last point. Right, do you remember that episode where Rarity's setting up her Manhattan thing? There's actually a Pinky behind the Pinky.
Yes, we know that. Like, that was shown in the episode. That was attention has been brought to it. If you didn't notice that, you're literally retarded.
I know.
Hey man, you don't have to call me out.
Calling out Slink.
Don't worry, Slink. We already know.
All right.
Okay,
Diversion says
Talk about
yeah.
Daybreaker. Go.
Go.
Go. Who? Okay. Daybreaker is cool.
Daybreaker.
I think it
Why
was
the
nice.
fuck is what?
That there is
Daybreaker, she doesn't have much plot significance. She's just a inverted nightmare moon. There's nothing really significant about it.
Just as weak as Celestia, to be honest.
Only exists in a dream world.
Oh, this is my final form. It's just as shit as my usual self.
Why was it shit? It wasn't like
cooler.
a dream. Like that wasn't actually Daybreaker.
Yeah, if your dream character, like your dream Gary Stu, is also garbage, how is he gonna fare in the real world?
That's oof. Like I don't know. Maybe she could
dream is garbage.
I mean, they are implying that that's her evil form. So
yes,
if that's
that
her
is the evil form.
It's not a really good one. That's for sure.
So like
She's
yeah,
a
like
minor
Danstar
villain.
said, will she appear in the show again?
Probably not.
Yeah,
Doubtful.
probably not.
Unless they do an episode where they bring all the evil guys together and they have one massive battle, even though I doubt that's going to happen. But that would be pretty awesome.
I doubt it would happen.
Well, and I think you can't have the Nightmare Moon and Daybreaker there because then that is Celestia and Luna. That would be out, and there'd have to be a reason for them to turn evil again. I think it's interesting that that opposite did exist, but it didn't really provide much to the show. Otherwise, I don't know why. I just can't imagine Celestia being evil. She doesn't seem that type of person.
Yeah, and I think that's why they had to do it in a dream because anywhere else it just wouldn't happen.
Why did I can't remember the reason why? Because I'm pretty sure Daybreaker told Celestia the reason exactly why she turned evil.
Oh,
I didn't have enough bananas. Haha.
I don't know if it's something specifically to do with Luna or not, but
Didn't eat enough banana shells.
I swear she said why she turned evil.
I feel like
new but
maybe,
stronger.
but whatever it was clearly was not memorable in the slightest.
It was a shit reason if I don't remember it.
Though, yeah.
Well, I mean, 7 years worth of content. You're obviously going to forget one line.
Yeah,
No,
but this
that
line was
one
in the
line,
past
it's
year.
not important enough. If it was important, I would have remembered it.
I remember, there's no wrong way to fantasize. That was season 7, episode 1.
Very important.
Oh, also, just a side note. Yeah, Luna was kind of shaken up by the whole royal problem thing. She wasn't cool with it. She was having a nightmare too.
I thought that was
Where
Grim's
there was a-
nightmare, not Luna's nightmare.
No, she was having a nightmare about a bunch of little kids standing around her, and she can't smile because she's like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, she did, didn't she? So
Help.
the pressures of each of their duties
Was too much.
too much, too quick.
So maybe their secondary special talents is Celestia's an extrovert, Luna's an introvert, and
So their
That's
character
not a
development
talent.
is
How is that a
together.
fucking talent?
they're really good at it. They're really good at it. Celestia, Luna
Oh.
can be by herself like the entire time she's awake, and she is absolutely fine with that.
My personality is now my talent.
Are
I'm a recluse, and I consider that a talent.
Their talent is
you
that they're
really
like
good at being a recluse, Spone?
I'm really good at staying inside.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
They're Exodia, and together they form one complete character.
Almost.
Almost.
Five
Almost
legs.
75%.
Almost make one Twilight.
Oh no, that makes
Whoa.
sense, Slink. You got the 5 pillars of Equestria, and you join them all together, and then suddenly you have Exodia.
Suddenly you have one character.
Exodia just appears as the final boss.
Season 9 finale. So
Yeah, I got
is
nothing
that
else to
everything
add
on
for
Celestia? Yeah, there's surprisingly not much to talk about on Celestia, is there?
Well, yeah, she doesn't do much in the fucking
She has
show.
2 episodes, maybe.
She has 2 episodes, and her supporting role is just her being like, "You can
Hey,
probably
yeah,
do
I
this,
planned
Twilight."
it all along.
I planned it all
I
along.
was gonna say, is this a friendship lesson?
Yeah, I saw
Can now be
Spirit's
summed
fucking
up
meme.
for Celestia.
Yeah. Oh, I might overlay that on the podcast for a little bit.
Anyone ever asks, you can just show them that meme now. Make it a 128 so you can like post it everywhere now.
Yes, exactly. And then the text needs to be bigger. I can do this.
Very
So
good.
next princess then, down the line, Cadance, the whole princess of love.
Never heard of her.
I like her, but I don't like being cucked. So, you know.
You don't like being
I
cucked.
also like her.
Why?
Like, Shining Armor's already there, so like, you know?
So
Are
what
you
you
saying that you wanted to date Shining Armor?
Yeah, exactly.
No, he's literally saying that Bunker is a cuck right now. That is his words.
Yeah, I am. I that's what I'm saying.
That's pretty rude.
I'm gonna have to say, to me, she's like the toughest out of them all because she actually jumps into the action.
She does jump into the action. She does.
Oh yeah,
jump
she
gets
actually
thrown
does
in.
stuff.
She gets
Especially
thrown
in
into the
movie.
action.
Yeah,
Come
she
on.
gets fucking wife thrown in.
Yeah. She doesn't
Exactly.
jump, she gets fucking hucked in there.
Every time Cadance is shown, there's a problem where she's in the action.
And what did she do in Cancelot Wedding? Like when she got released, did she just? Oh yeah, she just sort of told Celestia, not Celestia. She just
She
told
was like-
Chrysalis to like fuck herself, really, and then
She
went.
came out and was like, "That's not me, it's me." He is me.
I'm me.
And then went to Shining Armor and they poofed everyone out of there.
I feel like there's a couple plot points you're missing in between those 2 occurrences, but it's close enough, you know?
That's a basic TLDR, right? TLDW, should I say? What
No.
is okay? What about her power? What does she do? What is she a prince? She's a princess of love. But how?
Love.
Like
She
Yeah, she's
raises
the
the love in
princess.
the sky every day.
No.
Every morning raises the love.
She's the
Don't look into
princess
oh
of-
god, I just
Yeah,
thought about connotations there.
yeah, I know. I don't think we can talk about her power on this podcast.
Yeah, I don't think it's okay to really talk about that.
no, she's
the
the
only
princess of
Shining
the
Armor
Empire.
experiences the power of the Princess of Love.
The full unadulterated power of love.
Every morning she raises the love, that's all you need to know.
So she doesn't. None of her other Equestria citizens. She's just.
Yeah, it's just for him.
She's kind of a
just
shit
love
princess,
good
I have to say.
princess.
Kind of a
As a
really-
princess, you know, not really any
Yeah.
special powers here, just
She's the
Just,
most
you know, making it
flawless.
work. Doing
Yeah.
the hustle.
The only thing that she has ever done is that shield spell in the Crystal Empire episode where she
I thought
yelled
that
the
was
Storm King
Shining
out.
Armor.
No,
She also
Shining
laser-
Armor
one.
was Shining Armor was the one that kept the shield up in Cancelot Wedding. Cadance did it
Yeah.
in Crystal
No, she was
Empire
assisting, yeah.
because she was
I
the one that was
remember.
getting exhausted. Because don't you remember the lyrics to the Ballad of the Crystal Ponies? The Princess Cadance
Yeah.
needs our help.
No.
Magic
No.
will not
Don't
last
sing, please.
forever.
No.
I'm just
Maybe she produces a lot of shield boys, but that's
Rarity
also-
does that in
Celestia.
Equestria Goals. Does that make Rarity a princess?
She
Yes.
also was
They're that
demonstrated to be
princess
able
Celestia.
to like repair relationships. Like when those 2 people were fighting, I think it was like when they were just walking along the street and there were 2 people fighting, and she's just like,
She
Bah.
solved the
Oh,
first
yeah.
problem.
and
Yeah, she
they
did.
like started making out or something, which is very worrying because like, can she just mind control everyone?
Yeah, it's a little concerning.
She
So
solves.
she's technically like a Cupid.
Yeah, I guess she kind of is. So like, Twilight
Shining
resolves
Cupid.
friendship problems. Cadance resolves.
She solves
relationship
problems.
This actually makes
Friendship.
sense. Like, this isn't bullshit.
Well,
I
no,
could believe this.
What Dan Stars just said is actually sums it up pretty well. The Princess of Love and Family, since she's the only one that has a family at the moment, to be honest.
Gotta sell
Like a
toys.
proper child.
Yeah, she's the only one with a partner. She's the only one with a love interest, and the only one with a family. So, but how? What does she do? What's her power that helps families? Just stop feuds, I guess. But she doesn't have a map telling her where the fuck to go. Maybe she's just a model of a family.
She boops them with her horn, and their endorphins just like skyrocket to where they can't actually hate someone anymore.
They just get really horny. That's all we gotta say.
She raises things, all right.
She raises
Like we
something,
talked
alright.
about.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about. That's what she
Let's
does.
keep it PG-13 here. She's Princess of Endorphins.
She's
a
princess of puberty emotions.
Princess of Hormones.
Princess of Hormones. Oh god, this is devolving quickly. Is this because Slink is here, or
It's because Krafty's here.
it's because
And
Krafty's
I
Slink.
think
here?
it's basically
It's a
just
combination.
basic memery. We're all memers.
We're all memers.
Please don't call me that ever again.
Don't call me a
Sit
You're a
memer.
fucking
memer.
memer.
Yeah.
Sit
They
down.
may say I'm a memer, but I'm
Yeah,
not the only one.
Why aren't you a memer, Slink? You're the biggest
Uh,
fucking.
I liked my song.
You like what?
Nothing. Carry on.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Carry
keep
on.
going.
Okay, so I mean, there's not much else to touch up on Cadance.
What,
She-
there's
Cadance
loads
kind of
to talk
fucking
about Cadance.
sucks.
Yeah, there really isn't much on her.
She's really cool.
Yeah,
She
okay,
played a
look,
really
she
important
does.
part.
As a character in the show, she's much better than the other princesses. As a princess, she doesn't do much.
Yeah.
She rules over the Crystal Empire, keeps it protected and alive, and probably runs that bear.
Probably.
She does
I
run
mean,
the
it-
Crystal Empire. That is something.
Yeah,
that
it's
she
shown as
does.
being a pretty nice place, you know. So,
How is that anything related to the fucking Princess of Love?
because
like,
love
'cause-
melts snow.
Her key mark is the Crystal Heart itself. I think.
There you go.
So
It is a
before
heart.
the Crystal Heart, so she just got her kitty park and was just like, "What's this? Oh, it's a heart."
This
I
isn't
guess.
the first time this has happened, okay? Like,
Yeah.
premonitions and names and marks has been a thing.
Yeah,
Is it?
Cadance's key mark is literally a crystal heart, so it's her destiny to be the ruler of the Crystal Empire.
And why is she
Yeah.
the Princess of Love? Why is she that as well?
People
Why
Because
was
the
she that
heart-
before?
The Crystal Heart is all about love. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's about togetherness and
It's about togetherness and
happiness.
love. Like, all the crystal ponies power it and all that shit.
Oh
man.
yeah, they do
Yeah.
power it with their like love for the
Yeah.
ruler and all that crap, isn't it? So maybe that's what it is. She's the princess of receiving love. That's bad wording
The
again.
Princess of Love receiving
Receiving
love.
love.
Oh, right. I think we're done with this.
Yeah,
guys.
let's just move on from there. Okay,
Well,
so
I'll add one more point is that the reason why the changelings went to the Crystal Empire, or Thorax did before he got reformed, or not reformed, changed into Skittlebug, is it was the strongest thing of love in the entire kingdom.
Yeah.
He said so. That proves the point that she is the princess of receiving and giving love to
All
many
right.
ponies.
Oh, we're done. Nope. No more. Topic's over.
Let's
Next.
talk in
I-
depth about how she receives the love.
I will say one thing before we move on. Like she has a really great singing voice. I really love Cadance's singing voice.
Oh yeah.
That gets me. Yeah, she does. But also, one thing that gets me mad is people when in that one episode where like there's Luna, Celestia, and Cadance singing, right?
Play
You
your
play your
part.
part.
Like Luna and Cadance is probably the best singer out of them, but Luna and Celestia got shafted in that because Cadance's part is harmonized like really hard. So like there's no way it wouldn't sound better than the other two because they
Get
Super-
fucked.
they layered her voice. How that's like a basic talent in making music. It makes me mad, okay?
It makes
Because
me
people
mad
are
that
like,
they
"Oh,
gave
yeah,
her a bullshit
they have
advantage.
They have shit singing voices compared to Cadance.
be
Like,
honest-
fuck off.
What Celestia and Lua were saying was jack shit compared to what Cadance was saying to Twilight. I think.
Let's look
I
at
can
the
remember the
lyrics.
song.
Look up the lyrics. Hang on.
Yeah, but Luna's line was just like, I can understand wanting more. She's like, oh yeah, remember that time I tried to enslave everyone? Whoops.
Yeah, Luna's part is just about herself. Celestia is just like, oh, go and solve a friendship problem. And Cadance actually speaks to her on the same level. I think she's the one that taught her to do the breathe thing.
The Hail Hitler thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the hell yeah. I remember that, yeah. Actually, yeah, that is a good point. Like, Celestia and Luna are sort of on like a very royal level, whereas
They're like
Cadance
teachers.
Yeah, Cadance and Twilight
is
are
like
very...
a sister kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, she was her babysitter, for God's sake.
Yeah.
She knows that.
It's like same
what's the
level
right word?
instead of like parent or teacher level.
Yeah, she knows that mare inside and out, technically.
Stop. Jeez.
Spone, you just have a dirty mind. I literally do not think of
You
these
have
things
your
until
head.
one of you two mentions this. Just
Yeah,
like,
you
oh,
got your head in
wording!
the gutter, this podcast.
Yeah.
Christ.
Look, that's
Literally,
all. That's
I'm
where most
using
of my humor
the-
comes from.
I'm using the metaphorical term inside and out.
I mean, yeah,
Alright,
most of your humor does come
let's
from...
just
I hate to say it,
move away from Cadance before this devolves.
Yeah, let's just
No,
let's just
what?
move away. I can see why Bunker likes Cadance though. I hate to say it, but
Yeah, I think
Yeah, as a character in the show, good.
she's really, really cool, and she's such a huge influence on Twilight. Like, yeah.
Hey,
That's all-
speaking
that's
of
all.
Twilight,
Yeah, speaking of Twilight,
let's talk about the second worst princess.
excuse me? You want to back that one up?
yeah, you want to run that by me again?
She's fucking Garbo. She doesn't do
God,
anything.
what the fuck?
Whoa.
It doesn't do anything.
She's the only one who does anything.
It's
To
fucking
be
only
honest,
one.
I have to relate with NG here, as in, like, it was too rushed.
Yeah,
and
it was a terrible decision
she
to make her.
barely-
Oh
one.
yeah, to
even
make her.
uses
To,
her
yeah, okay.
wings.
You see, to make her a princess, yes. However, as a character, still does the most.
She does the most.
Like-
That's because she's literally the main character of the show.
Exactly.
She does the most because she's forced to do Celestia's bidding. Otherwise, the whole fucking world of Questia would be in fucking flames.
Friendship
and it would be
lessons.
like,
The 200 IQ.
All of the
Going back to the 200
all of the
IQ
friendship lessons.
Yeah. All of the 200
She goes
IQ
out and she
friendship
does.
lessons.
She's doing like the dirty work. Like Celestia is like the boss, but like Twilight's the one going out and fixing all these problems.
Twilight's the minion. Celestia knows what the fuck's going on.
I have to say though, it is really. It's because do you know the split when Faust left in season 3 and then they continued it from season 4 onwards. She didn't actually find out what she was until season 5, or what she was supposed to do. And that bridge where Lauren wanted to leave it as her becoming an Alicorn with no context to what she actually does at all, and then having to go a whole season of her not actually doing something. That's the reason why most people feel like it was either A, rushed, or B, so poorly
Buy our toys.
plotted. Yeah, the
All our
plot is
toys.
so poorly thinged that most people don't understand it. I think that's my reason why so many people were against the whole fucking Twilight thing, because they could have left it at season 3, but they didn't, and they had this whole. It's like the new Star Wars is on the old Star Wars is. It's weird. It's not supposed to be. It's two different stories colliding.
All right, but I think that we do also have to take into account that Twilight has now had like since she has figured out what the fuck she was meant to be doing. She's had like 3 more seasons on top of that.
Yeah,
So I
and
feel
that's-
like she's definitely the better princess here, just because she's had the most screen time.
I
Yeah.
feel like one problem I have with Twilight is I feel like they have difficulty. She develops as a character, but they aren't satisfied with that, and they have to force her into new like physical positions. Like, just let her
Excuse
develop
me?
without being like, "Oh yeah, by the
Fucking
way,
hell, man.
by the way, you're a princess now. By the way, you have a student now. By the way, you run a school now." Just let her be.
Whoa, hang on. It was not forced on her to make a school. She made the school herself.
It was forced
the
on her by
writers
the
forced her.
writers. Yeah.
Okay, forced
Technically,
on her by
everything
the
she
writers,
fucking
yeah.
does on the show is forced on by the writers. If you want to take that route.
Yeah. But I will have to agree with Spone there. Ever since season 5, she has improved so massively. In fact, the season 4 finale, actually, she's gone from fucking the bottom right to like she knows what she's doing and all
A
that
level
shit. She
above
runs
the
a school
bottom.
now.
She's
Yeah.
now a level above.
Actually, yeah, I guess she does take her role very well of the Princess of Friendship. Like, she's got the cutie map. Isn't that what it's called? No, it's not. Wait, it is.
No, it's the key map.
Yeah, so she's got that, which helps her resolve friendship problems. She's got a school to teach friendship to outside civilizations. She's the only princess that has friends. Like, the others just don't have any.
You say they don't have friends now?
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah,
Are any like background characters shown to have friends outside of like immediate
Are
relationship?
you telling me that the princesses are background characters?
Yes,
They're
that's what I'm
secondary
saying.
characters.
I'm saying they're background characters. They're background characters. They made a mistake.
And
Applejack's a background character that has friends. I'm pretty sure Celestia and Luna are both background characters
Yeah,
too.
Applejack's
have
is a
friends.
fan favorite background character. You know, everybody loves her.
Look, they're not shown
Yes.
as really having friends though. Like the princesses don't have time for friends. They're busy, except for Twilight.
No, they're busy. They don't do anything.
Exactly. We don't know what they're doing, but they're busy.
They're off-screen busy.
They're off screen busy. They're just doing nothing. They're trying to exist, basically, is what they do in the meantime.
Well, I mean-
They're trying not to burn down like the entire show while Twilight's doing something else.
There you go.
Whilst Twilight's relearning the same lesson over and over again.
Oh, look, people learn the same lessons over and over again. They even addressed this in one of the episodes where people were bitching about shit. Like, I liked that episode. A lot of people didn't like it. The one where people were just bitching about like everything.
Yeah,
Fame and
fucking.
Misfortune.
The
Fame
fucking
and
publishing of the
Misfortune,
friendship.
Yeah, that
journal.
is literally my favorite episode in the show.
Dude, I love that episode. That episode's great.
It is fucking fantastic.
Just
My
making
favorite.
fun of everyone for bitching about everything.
I mean, yeah, you got a valid point there, but I'm just gonna say, like, plot-wise, the reason why we don't have much plot is because you have that
Quit
kind
learning the same topics, even though they're not exactly the same or anything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it took them 8 seasons to do a Celestia episode, and everything else has been between the first episode and that episode has been everything that's happened between there, and we've had nothing plot-wise about Celestia before that episode.
No, I agree. That is a
No,
problem.
they need to fit in other quality episodes, such as, you know, the Princess.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, you
like-
see, the thing is that they could also develop other characters instead of like throwing in some of the episodes that they have, like the token mod episode every season.
I mean,
The mod has
great
more episodes than
character.
Celestia.
We could throw
So
out
good.
those mod episodes and get some good character development.
let's not go here, Spone. Let's not go here. We've had this discussion. Let's just move
No,
on.
let's just have another boring episode of
No,
mod.
we're moving on. This isn't.
they
something to
developed
talk about.
they developed Thorax really well, actually, from
They
the
did.
bottom to the top. Like, he had full plot thing. He's completely sorted now. But like, now the most important princess in the entire fucking universe of that place has now only had an episode about her. It's weird. They've took their time on it. Maybe it was too hard to come up with an episode for her, but her plot hasn't been expanded.
I do agree.
Fuck's
I do
sake,
agree.
Spain, you're fucking.
I
you're
didn't even say
gut-minded.
anything.
I just know you're gonna say something though. When I
I was going to,
gonna
and I
say-
started saying it, but then you cut me off. So
I was gonna say her plot hasn't expanded yet to the point where we have. Fuck's sake, Stone.
Expanding plot.
That was Slink.
Plot expand. Has it been expanded to the point where we know a lot about her, like as in Thorax?
All she is her plot, man. It's a
Stop.
tragedy.
That's one of Cadance's powers, you know, helping plot to expand of certain characters that they can experience
I
more
mean-
love.
Cadance has more plot expansion than the fucking
Can
Celestia
we
herself.
stop?
Stop using
Stop.
the term plot expansion.
It would help if you wouldn't relate the word plot to something gutter-minded when I'm literally talking about the plot of the character.
Yeah, I know you're talking about the plot of the character. That's why I'm asking you to stop.
Just stop, please.
How about
What
we
would-
just say the word story instead of plot from now on?
Yes, thank
Would
you.
that work? Yeah.
Well, fine then. So Cadance has more overarching story to her than Celestia's had for a whole 8 seasons, and they
Yeah.
use characters like Thorax and Ember who've had their plot arcs done already, and forgot about poor Cadance.
Yeah, they've
Or
kind of
Celestia
like
in the
they've
corner there.
thrown in new characters and completed their entire story arc before
Just take mod
they've
out.
touched Celeste, shut
Just
the
take
fuck up,
Maud
Slink.
out. We would have plenty of time to introduce new characters and
This
expand
is
on the
supposed to
ones
be
we-
about Twilight, okay?
I mean, even Maud's character arc's been completed now. Since she's got the whole boyfriend thing, she's got her house, she's got her job, she's got her boyfriend.
Then there's still no development. Her character hasn't changed at all.
What the hell are you talking about?
Her tone hasn't changed.
House, boyfriend, and... Oh, you're talking about
She has a
Cadance?
cage.
Yeah. Wait,
What
Maud?
the fuck? No, we're talking about Maud.
I'm talking about Maud.
Have you not watched any of the episodes
I have.
within season
I
7 or 8?
have, but I didn't realize you were talking about Maud.
Yeah, no, they just dedicate too many episodes to Maud.
We're not talking
I don't
about
think
this,
it's too many episodes. I think they're dedicating too little episodes to characters and expanding their points, which I think is what they're going to do in Gen 5, is expand more characters' points.
Gen
rather than
5 is
going
a
over the
completely new
same
thing. They're
lessons.
fucking dumping everything and
They're
starting
dumping
anew.
everyone.
I'm not saying they're going to use the exact same thing. I'm just going to say they're going to make characters, they're going to develop them more, rather than do the same lesson thing over and over. Do you remember that horrible episode we had a couple of weeks ago between Applejack and Rainbow Dash? And it was literally just running of the leaves.
Horrible. I
part 2.
loved that one. I thought it was great because it really showed their characters still being shit.
Exactly. It's the same lesson over and over again.
It
and we
was
thought
so
they were
fitting
past
there.
that.
But
That's
it was great.
Wasted time to me.
That was not
Could have
wasted.
been
I
on a
loved
better
it.
character.
I loved it. You're right. It could have been on a better character, but I
mean-
enjoyed it.
Well,
There
no,
were-
when I say better, I don't actually mean that. I mean, it could have been used on a character that needed development, like Celestia.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
we already had that this season.
I'll give you that. Yes, it did not add much to the overall plot points going on. But
It actually, if thinking about it, did it actually even add anything? It
well, no,
was
it
just-
kind of did. It kind of showed that like there was still rivalry there.
But we already
True.
knew they were competitive. Fucking Buckball season.
I know, but I
running
think it's good to like
Iron
remind
Pony
people like, look,
competition.
even after people learn their shit, there are still circumstances where like problems will come up.
True,
Yeah.
you have a
Like,
very
you know,
valid
maybe-
point there.
Yeah,
Nobody's
maybe as
perfect.
friends you might start having like arguments. You're like, oh, okay, we resolved it, but then like later on something comes up that's completely different, but it's still like the same problem that comes up. Like, oh,
Mhm.
maybe I don't like it when blank steals or uses my stuff, and you're like, oh, well, don't do that for this situation. It's like, okay, but then like a circumstance comes up where it's like, oh, you said I could borrow it earlier, but now I can't borrow it, kind of thing. It's like it's a similar problem, but it's not like the same problem.
All right.
Yeah, it's very.
And I feel
valid.
like that's what they're going for, because like it was competitive, but it was a good-natured competitive. Like they were just trying to like the fucking teacher of the year, which by the way, or teacher of the month, which fucking is like 12 months or whatever. Fucking
Actually, it's
based
9.
on 9, yeah. As I say, there's a shit ton of fucking pictures up there. I remember that.
So between that episode and the start of the school, it's been 9 months or
Yeah.
9 moons. No, 9 half moons.
Should we
It's
get
been a
back
while.
to Twilight here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
We should
She-
get back to Twilight. But
yeah, let's
Diverging
actually talk
plot.
about the podcast topic. She's immortal now. Obviously, now that she's a princess, they live forever. Her friends aren't.
did they confirm that they're immortal?
I think they.
It's implied.
I don't think they ever like said they were immortal. Just that
Yeah,
they
I
lived
don't
for a
think they
really
are
long
immortal.
time.
It's heavily
that's-
implied, though.
Well,
They
they're at
just
least
lived
gonna
for a
live
very
for like
long
around
time.
1,000 years.
Well, I mean, Celestia and Luna are 1,000 years old, but she doesn't look old and saggy as Granny Smith.
Yeah, so she's probably still got a couple thousand more. Can we at
They
least
got a
agree
lot.
that she's going to outlive a lot of people that are currently alive?
I mean, they confirmed it
True.
that she wouldn't.
What?
Like on Twitter or whatever, fucking people were asking, and they're like, "Nah, she
Season 9
won't."
spoilers, Spode.
Wait,
Well,
really?
no, like this is a while ago. Yeah, I don't remember who the fuck said it, but I remember that people like for a while were asking on Twitter, like, "Yo, since Twilight's a fucking princess now, isn't she gonna like outlive her friends?" And they're like, "Nah, Twilight won't outlive her friends." Like, oh,
That's just.
I think they're
I feel
just
like that's
saying
just
that
them
for the
going back
sake
on
of
it. Yeah, they're too scared to actually commit to it.
I mean, they are the ones making the show, so say whatever you want, but that's
But
your
they also
headcanon.
contradict themselves
This
every
is
other
your
season.
this is your headcanon, though.
Or,
True, they
or
do
looking at
contradict
this outside of the box, everyone else is going to turn into a princess and live forever by the end of season
There you
9.
go.
Oh wow, you're gonna.
Oh,
you're literally
God.
going to Season 9 headcanon when everybody lives and it's all happily ever after. Do you know what?
No, that's
What
a
they
nightmare
need
to
to
me.
do is they need to blow
Kill
up
off
that
all
place
the
or
characters.
something. If they actually left a really horrifying ending, I would be so happy. Or just
So
someone
happy.
dying at least.
No, the
Wow,
season 9
Harlan.
ending is gonna be a nice happy episode when they're all just like Pinkie Pie's
season-
throwing a party, everyone's happy after some big thing, and then it
Is
just sort of
season
fades
9
down.
the last season or something?
It's-
What are
it's-
you saying?
It's
Season
showing the
9
sky,
finale's
Like-
it's raining,
confirmed.
the camera pans
leaked.
down, and it shows Twilight crying, and there's 5 graves in front of her.
Dude,
And then
hey,
it
you're
fades
stealing
out.
you're stealing my headcanon.
No, I've said it now. It's
I brought this up before and you said, wow, that's a great fucking headcanon. You're like, yeah, it
Yeah.
is great. Piece of shit.
Isn't like the
I
final
don't know,
lesson
restating
of
it now.
friendship saying goodbye?
Oh,
wow! Oh my God, Slink, you've discovered their plan.
It's just gonna be there's two possibilities. One of them is gonna be Twilight fucking crying on top of like gravestones, remembering shit. The other
That's a bit
one,
too dark.
Rainbow
It's
Dash
going-
crying on top of me.
No,
Rainbow Dash on
Kill
top of
them
5
all.
gravestones with a fucking
the other
horn
one,
on.
the other one is going to be Celestia just like closing a storybook and like reading to like
It
a
was
fucking
all a
full
joke.
some shit. It was all a story or whatever, and then the kid's like, "Oh, I want another story," and
We're in
Celestia will be
G5
like, "All right,
now.
one more." And she like close another book off.
There's something I want to say, but I can't.
There you go.
Just pans to real life, and then Lauren Foss just closes the book.
It's
Wasn't
just
that
like
lovely?
SpongeBob with,
Yeah, it
with
closes the book, but
pirate
then like
guy.
a kid's just like, "I want another one." She's like, "Oh, all right," and like grabs another book,
What
and there you go,
if-
Gen 5. There you
It
go.
What
just
if,
zooms in on G5.
Here's my headcanon. You get to the ending, it's 10 years in the future, and they all have children, and they're all having families, they're all happy. Sunburst
garbage.
is married to Glim.
That's garbage.
They've some of them are full families, some of them are old. They're living their midlives, they're all happy, everything's all good. Maybe the big evil has been delet.
My headcanon is that Twilight wakes up from a dream in the last episode, and then she goes down into the living room and she takes her application to the gifted students and just trashes it. Just like, yeah, get me out of that timeline.
Get me out of that timeline. I don't want that shit.
Oh my
Celestia
days.
like wakes up in a sweat because she can see the future in the timelines, and just is like, nope. And she like goes and fucking smothers Twilight and the kid.
The 200
Yeah.
IQ foresight again. The 200 IQ foresight Celestia saving the day.
Yeah, she saw all the stuff that happened. Like in the very end, like let's say the fucking world ends or something because of Twilight, so like Celestia just has to go and kill Twilight. They pull a fucking Bioshock Infinite.
Oh no, it's
What
just,
if they all the main 6 die in a big giant war between loads of evil entities, and at the ending is literally Celestia closing the book of their story, reading it to children of the future 10 years later.
Dude, that's
what
what I
if
said.
the story just like mid-episode of the last episode, like right before the final reveal of like how are they gonna close it? It just
Yeah, but
cuts to black.
it's been
been
since the
watching
first
it?
episode, the entire story, they've read it, and then suddenly this giant big bad guy just kills them all, or the main 6 at least.
No, it's just cuts to black. Their time slot is over. It goes to Steven Universe or something. Like the show's over.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's whatever it is, we can all agree that it's going to be really interesting to find out what they do for the final episode. They're doing like a really special 200th episode as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest here. I wouldn't be surprised if they made the final episode of the entire show a fucking mod episode at this rate.
Please no. It's just Glim.
No, it would definitely not be a single-sided episode. It would have to be a main episode of everyone at least.
I would hope so. I would hope that they do like a nice send off.
Final episode is the Derpy episode. There we
Oh
go.
god. No, please.
She's a lovely character.
Yeah, but it wouldn't sum up the show well.
True.
I was a post on the Reddit today that was just like, okay, so I started watching MLP, and I have to admit, I thought before I started watching, I thought Derpy was the main character from the fan work.
Jesus Christ. By the way, guys, we still have one more princess to talk about
We
before
do.
we're done here.
And
Yeah, not much to say. Mistake.
No, there's a lot to
the-
say. There's
okay,
so much to
let's
say.
talk about the best princess. The
Best
most
princess.
powerful Alicon-born princess. Well, first in 1,000 years, because we've determined that Luna is the other one. Flurry Heart.
You say
The
not much to
daughter
say, but it's
of
nearly
Shining
8
Armor.
o'clock.
The daughter of Shining Armor. Well, we still got 30 more minutes. The daughter of Shining Armor and Cadance, Flurry Heart. What do people want to say about this
I
lovely
fucking love Flurry
creation.
Heart. Flurry
She
Heart
needs-
is great.
She needs to grow up a little bit and see what happens and develop a little bit.
Wow,
hate
it's almost like
babies.
she's a baby.
I hate babies.
Needs to grow
but
up.
she's
She like
literally
fires
between-
lasers and shit.
Between
and
since
teleports.
when she was born and now, she's literally not even grown a centimeter.
Look, I'd like to point out, have you guys seen The Incredibles?
Yes.
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
what? It's been fucking 20 years and Jack's still fucking a baby.
Okay, look, yeah, you guys are talking about, like, you know, like, people love Jack, right? And he's a super fucking powered baby.
Yeah,
Why
but
don't you
that
like this
story-
super powered baby?
That story is literally like a couple of hours after the first one, probably. I'm talking, this is probably years. She's probably grown a couple years by now. She should be
She's got
walking
huge-ass
or waddling
wings.
at least.
She can fly, what are you talking about?
Oh,
Yeah, what
she
is the
can fly.
difference between Jack and Flurry Heart? What is the actual difference?
They're
apart
both
from-
babies that are super overpowered and cause problems.
What
That's
is,
like, it's
what
a
is the
character thing.
difference? What's the difference between Pegasus babies and normal babies?
Normal,
babies can
oh,
fly.
How
that's
did they
shots
learn?
fired.
How did they
You
learn
have something
to walk?
against alicorn babies, is that it?
No, I'm just saying, how do they learn to walk if they learn to do their wings first?
Dude,
Or do
talent.
they learn to walk
Skill.
and then do their wings?
Don't need to walk. Be like Rainbow Dash and fucking fly everywhere.
Yeah. Rainbow Dash's darkest secret doesn't know how to walk.
Headcanon fairies. Revenge.
Is very bad at walking, therefore has to fly everywhere.
Yeah, she can only run or fly. It's tragic. Only
Did you
fast.
know she's homeless? That's why she sleeps on clouds.
She just formed her own house out of clouds.
It's
You
like
just
a
like
cardboard
grab a bit
box
of that
with
cloud,
fucking
grab a bit of this
amenities.
cloud, pat, pat, pat. Lovely place to sleep.
Alright. Anybody else have anything to add on Flurry Heart? Like, do they want to?
Absolutely
What will
not.
she be a princess of? That's
Dude,
That's
she's
the
the
thing.
princess
That's
of
what I
want
babies.
her- Literally, between now and season 9, she has to develop. Otherwise, she's literally a waste of space. She's
Toy
literally in it for
salesman.
the toy. Yeah, just for toy merchandise.
Dude, that's my favorite reason to have a character in the show.
toys.
But
Toys to
she
earn
were
Hasbro.
grow up-
To earn our beloved, like well-loved Hasbro more money so that they can make more beautifully crafted episodes. That's why Flurry Heart is
What,
here.
like the more
Flurry
double-
Heart empowers My Little Pony. You watch like that last episode with Big Mac and that one that everyone loved. That wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Flurry Heart. Flurry Heart
Flurry
made
Heart
that.
makes the show. Flurry Heart is the one who supports this show. You
What?
better respect that.
Last Saturday's episode. you're
Princess
talking
of
about.
marketing.
Yeah. Her cutie
No,
mark would
that
just be a
wouldn't have
dollar sign.
happened.
Yeah,
That
Cutie
wouldn't
Heart's just a
happen
fucking dollar
The
sign.
main six stopped Glim, or if that scroll was ripped. That wouldn't have happened if the scroll was left. No, if the scroll was ripped, that wouldn't have happened.
For some reason, I really
Literally.
thought you were saying squirrel instead of scroll, and I was really
Squirrel.
confused.
If that scroll ripped in reality like it should have because it was a thread, then that wouldn't have happened, that episode.
It's a magically powered fucking scroll. It's got a bit of like magical integrity to it.
That's
Sure.
that's like that's like every wizard stick ever that can be snapped in half. Oh, it's magical.
Unlucky.
Can it though?
They obviously didn't enchant it very well.
Yeah.
Unlucky, you
That's
get
just a
new
shit
one.
wizard stick, mate.
You need to
Yeah,
get a
have
new
you
wizard
seen
stick.
my wizard stick?
You think
Alright, that's
this-
enough.
I can-
We're done.
Okay, wait, that came out wrong. Please give me another chance.
Is this the last time we're inviting Slink, right?
And Krafty, both
And
of them.
Crafty, yeah.
What
To be, yeah, you had a dirtier mind than Crafty, Spone.
Yeah, but I'm the host. It's okay.
Yeah,
Well,
fair enough.
I'm just following in your footsteps. You are my
Don't follow
mentor.
my steps.
That's a bad choice, Spone. That is a Slink. That is a bad choice to follow in Spone's footsteps.
But
Well-
going back to Flurry Heart,
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you, Crafty.
all I have to say is she needs some development, man. She's literally just the fucking thing.
She's
that
a baby.
shits and eats
What do you
and
want
sleeps.
from a
That's it.
baby? What kind of
That's-
development do you want from a
I want her
child?
to turn into bitch Flurry Heart from like the
The
comics.
only
Like that's what I want.
The only plot she has right now is that she eats, sleeps, and shits. That's it.
That's babies. What do you
And
want
she
from
shits
it?
a lot. Did
What
you
do you
think
want from the baby?
Do you think
You
they'll
want
do
the baby
anything
to go
with
on a
her
fucking friendship lesson?
by the time G4 finishes? Do you think they'll do anything with Flurry Heart?
I don't
Maybe.
know. I hope they at least make her
They'll-
like older-ish, like 2 years old at least, or
Maybe like in the epilogue when they all get old, you'll see like her running along as like a little cameo, but I don't think they'll do anything.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do anything either. I think it's just there to have a baby in the show to be like, oh look, this.
Yeah, I can't
powerful
imagine. Yeah,
baby.
I can't imagine her growing up. I think there'll be too much of a jump in time. In a like, it would be cool if she sort of grew up to a child sort of phase and like maybe had something with the Cutie Mark Crusaders. That could be pretty interesting because like Cutie Mark Crusaders could help Flurry Heart find her Cutie Mark. That could be a really cool episode. But,
see, look, that would have been a plot point if they actually did it.
But they can't move forward in time like that. It's like saying like you're watching the fucking Simpsons or some shit. Like you don't
can't
expect
move forward
like,
in time like that. It's been how many weeks? 5 weeks,
The
and they've already
characters-
jumped 9 months.
the characters
from the building of
can't.
the
yeah,
school.
the characters can't like
You
you
can't,
can't
like,
jump.
you
However,
can't
yeah.
make a baby into an adult in a show. It just doesn't like
oh no,
work.
I'm not talking
Because
about an
then
adult.
everybody else has to jump forward in age as well.
I'm just talking a couple of years, and the CMC would still be the same kind of age-ish.
Imagine like it
Yeah.
plays the theme tune like My Little Pony, and then at the end of it, you just see Flurry Heart just fucking standing up, the same height as Apple Bloom, and they're in a room together.
Yeah, they're
Everyone
all
just go
crippled,
fucking
so they
insane.
can't grow.
Like, yeah, people will not be happy about that. I don't
She
see
flies
how
in the
they
house.
would. I can't see how they would do that.
They won't
In a not
redesign
shit way.
characters for that.
Yeah.
No, they won't. Okay, I accept it. They won't, but just a little bit of development
Look,
at least.
She can't like the whole thing is that she's a plot point. She can't be developed. She's not really a character. She's just a plot point.
Can she just like slur a word at least?
Like she's not there to be a character. She's a baby. You don't expect babies in shows to have like plot points or to like develop as a
Yeah.
character because they can't.
It's exactly. It's like
They are
Maggie.
just- they're just
Maggie
a
will
plot
never grow
point.
up.
Yeah, they're used as a plot point. That's what babies are for in shows. It's like, oh, we need a problem, but we need the problem to not be anyone's fault. Add a baby.
Yeah, but Maggie was the one that shot Mr. Burns, so she had some kind of plot.
Do you want
development
Flurry
there.
Heart? Well, I mean, technically, Flurry
Yeah,
Heart has had
Flurry
some
Heart
plot.
just executes Cadance.
That's the end.
I mean, I'm pretty sure in that fucking crystalling episode that Flurry Heart did kill someone off screen. It must have happened.
Technically, yeah, she did.
Technically, how do you know?
Technically,
Has to be casualties at every thing. It does not everybody lived. Oh la di da.
Look, you don't know though.
Death toll from Tyrek must have been in the thousands. But...
all right, can we move away from Flurry Heart? I don't
Death.
want to think about her anymore.
You don't want to
Alright.
acknowledge
One
her
more thing.
existence.
One
We're
more
done
thing.
with plot point, baby.
It's just
Krafty, you've got
one,
so
like-
many one more things.
One more.
Yeah, because I have such a wide mind of 7 years to speak, man.
Oh,
A
yeah,
Flurry Heart who's
sorry.
been around for one.
Yeah.
Literally, all I have to say is that if she could at least just like Cadance is holding her, she can at least have like a cheap kid who just squeaks into a microphone and just says "mum." That would just
Mom.
That's all you want.
fill the hearts of so many people out there who watches it. Just
I think it
Your
would make
standards
quite a lot of
have
people
lowered.
read, to be honest. I think a lot of people would find a way to read at that.
yeah, they would find a way to read, but literally, it would give her the tiniest of tiniest of back.
No.
What's the word? It's
Development?
like-
Development.
development, yes, just the tiniest little bit of development would be so good for her. It's literally she's just a piece of plastic at the moment.
That's what she is. That's what she's used for.
She's
Doesn't
used as
feel very
plastic.
good, does it?
Not for her. She doesn't feel so good.
No, no. That's how they get rid of her. Fucking Thanos arrives inside of Equestria. Fucking. There we go.
I mean,
Oh, do you remember
Thanos
the
is the only
Celestia?
one who has the power to turn Equestria real with the reality stone, so...
Yeah, there you go. He brings it to reality and then he eliminates half the fucking population.
He brings it to reality, immediately kills Flurry Hawk first.
Done.
Yeah, he just kills Flurry Heart. You're welcome, and just like, teleports out.
Alright. We've got
Balance has
one.
been brought to the universe.
We have one last like topic thing that is at least structured. Where do we want the princesses to go in the future?
Ooh.
a direction. It doesn't matter what direction. Just no more side character. Like, take the characters you've had for 8 seasons and do something with them.
I want the power of.
I think
the princesses to be shown at one point. I want Celestia to fucking zap the shit out of someone, and they just die.
That would be so good if there was a major threat and she just deletes it.
Beat the shit out of it.
It could be a meme episode, like
fucking impales it with her horn and just kills it. There you go.
I think they need to be developed a little bit more. Probably, if they're in a battle or something, that would be pretty cool. I mean, she was in the battle with Sombra, wasn't she? In that
in the timeline, but like they couldn't do anything with it. They just fucking played hoofseat with each other, and that was it. No, she did do that weird like spell thing when they started coming close. She sort of like blew everyone out and flew off.
Excuse me.
That was relatively. Fucking hell, Spoon. But that was.
Look, it's not me. Cool. It's you guys.
It's blue is not a past participle of blow in that sense that you can't use it like that.
Look, none of what I say gets taken this way.
Maybe I should just spend a bit more time editing this podcast and just cut everything Spone says out. Just remove him from the existence of this podcast. That will
probably improve the quality.
Getting back on point though, they just need a bit more development. Or some one of them. What if the ending of season 9 is Celestia dying? How sad would that be?
It would be pretty bad considering they don't show death in the show.
Yeah, it would be.
Actually, they do show death in the show.
They should kill a developer.
Who died in the show? No one's ever died in the show.
Applejack's parents has died.
They don't show them dead.
Yeah, but they haven't showed that we're there. They're not going to show it on screen like
exactly. And you're saying, oh, like what if Celestia just dies? It's like they can't show it.
Yeah, but they imply it.
How are they going to imply it?
Newspapers.
Celestia.
Season 9, episode 26. Come on, Celestia's dead. She's
Krafty.
finally
this is why you read the show.
I am glad you're not a writer.
Best plot point ever. We're going to mention that Celestia died in a newspaper.
Never show it. Never mention it other than that.
You cannot say that I'm not going to be a good writer because of that. Because I can pretty much, I'm sure I can make a convincing story of Celestia's death. But I'm just saying there needs to be something big, and it needs to happen soon. Otherwise, they're just meh.
Dude, you're just the. You can tell that you're one of the new fans. You see.
I've already come to accept that it's just
biggest shit.
That is actually what Krafty rates is. He radiates new fan. This is like. He feels like he'll belong perfectly in 2011.
Yeah. Brand new fan coming right on in. Like, I
can't wait for these things to happen. But no, in reality.
Finale for that. You guys had your big woo moment.
No, we've had 7.5
happened
years.
In like 2014, 15 or something. That wasn't during the heyday, dude. The heyday,
The heyday was fucking This Day Aria and all that shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, like, the action you wanted was the season 4 finale, but, like, there needs to be something more action now. Something that's, like, actually makes us fear for the people, like we did in that episode. Which is what I think they're going to do with the season 8 kind of thing. The bridge between that and season 9.
That's one thing with this thing that I never fear for. I always know that, well, this is going to get resolved. The question is how. That is like how I go into every episode.
Yeah.
There needs to be a cliffhanger, though.
They need to pull an Infinity War, is what Crafty's saying. They need to just have half the characters die off, and then just that's it. And then wait for next season. End of season 8, literally they just fucking kill off a bunch of people and then just leave it at that.
It's actually just Infinity War, but just
and then season 9 comes in and then like they undo it all in season 9, of course. But like season 8 they just leave everyone just like what the fuck.
We gotta go back to the past and it's a time loop. It's gonna be a time loop show.
It's a fucking time loop. Not again. We already had.
We already had that. They can't do that.
And actually go back to the other reality. We figured it out, guys.
They figured it out. This is what they're doing. They're gonna end it on a sad note, but then the next season they're gonna bring it back even better. Well, it's going to be a 4-parter, guys.
We've only got 42 episodes left, and there's a lot of character development still to do. There's a lot of character points, unless they just want to leave the princesses just in the dust. Just
unless they just want to like give 3 of those to Mod.
They will. They better fucking give 3 of those to Mod. I will be happy.
They better fucking not.
I doubt there's going to be like a proper Maud episode now that her arc is complete.
I hope there's no more Mod episodes. That'd be great.
There's going to be a.
But I'm just going to say, putting the discussion back on the rails. I reckon we need to have another season 4 finale where there's a big threat that's actually feared. Like, there's literally only Twilight left. You're like, oh no, and yeah.
Like the movie?
How is that putting the discussion back on the rails? That is literally what we were just talking about.
Yeah, where we want future shit to go.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, and then like moving it on.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yes.
Good job, Krafty.
Point.
You did a good job bringing us back to the point. We appreciate it.
You were talking about more episodes.
Look,
like
it always goes.
Everything goes
to
back
Mod
to Maud.
episodes with me.
With Spone here, everything always goes back to shitting on Maud. One way or the other.
And Rainbow Dash.
And Rainbow Dash. One of those I can respect.
One of those is respectable.
But yeah, it's just What do you have to say, Slink?
Oh, what do you mean? What do I have to say?
Do you also want an Infinity War like me?
Like, I have no expectations for the show anymore. I've already
No
gone
expectations.
full range of emotions. Like,
This show has been written into the ground. I don't care anymore. I just watch it
I've
because
given
everyone
up
else
already.
does. That's.
I
Alright.
remember
That's
back when they had the watch rooms for MLP, back in like 2011 when people were still watching it. The only thing they would watch was Jason Bourne. And if you asked to watch MLB, they would make you watch Gen 3.5. So that that sums up how I feel about the show.
Rest in peace.
So you're saying Gen 4 is basically Gen 3.5?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the same. Gen 4 is as
the
good
same
as Gen
thing.
3.5. That's a massive compliment. Thank you for that.
That is a bold statement.
Pinky must say bye at the end of the show. That'll be fantastic. Last fucking line. Pinky just looks at the camera and goes, bye. And then
Bro, it does one of those things where it like it shrinks it has
The
like the
black
show circle and the black thing that goes in, then the character like
black
leans
thing
on it
goes-
and it's like
like a
bye
Looney
bye,
Tunes.
and then it like like Looney Tunes.
Oh,
That's
shit.
all, folks.
It's just like the theme tune, and then the Looney Tunes thing comes up, and Pinky just pops out. Is like, "That's all, folks."
I felt
I
as
hope
if he
not.
copyrighted
Yeah, that's
it.
how she sounds.
We need Pinky's voice
Crafty
actor to
knew
be
my
Crafty.
new Pinkie Pie fan VA right here. Just available for hire. Just
You don't
This-
need to
yeah.
shit on me, guys. Come on.
that's exactly
is,
what this is for.
I was just trying.
It's the versus Krafty podcast.
Yeah, we DM'd everyone else. By everyone else, I meant the one other guest, the true purpose of this podcast, which is just to shit on Krafty. So
Yeah, we figured to invite Slink because I just felt like Slink would be really good at shitting on you.
Spone, is there anything else you think we should talk about, or should we wrap this up?
Nah, I don't have anything else to add really.
Okay, so
I think we've covered every aspect of the princesses and the parts that we didn't have to cover.
yes, including random motherfucking topics, but we've done those.
Yeah.
So
Like Maud.
to finish off, we will go back to the true purpose of this podcast and Slink, say something that shits on Krafty.
Krafty is not good.
He is not.
Holy
good.
shit.
That's
Krafty,
Ow,
how do you
my
feel?
feelings.
Oof, ouch, owie, my feelings.
You are a homosex. You can't use the tactical shotgun, right?
Fuck you. You bringing
Fucking-
Fortnite into this.
bring your Fortnite into this.
You don't deserve to drop it tilted ever again.
You don't
Oh,
deserve
man.
to drop that tilt. Can we not have like Fortnite in a podcast that I'm co-hosting, please? I would.
Yeah, can we keep that out?
Yeah, I'm
please?
running your name into the ground here.
Yes,
What,
I have
you
a
want
reputation
shit
to uphold. Of
Alright.
top 3% PUBG. But okay, so
I do think that we've covered everything, so I think that's it.
all right.
Whoa, we haven't covered everything.
No, thank you
Okay,
for
Krafty,
thank you,
no.
Krafty.
Wait,
You are
no,
not allowed
you-
to speak for the rest of the duration of this podcast. Thank you for
and
listening,
NG still
everyone.
need to shit on me.
What?
You and NG haven't shat on me yet.
No,
I've
we
been
gave that
shitting
to
on you the whole
Slink.
time.
Just fuck off, Krafty. We are not giving you any more limelight. You have had enough. Thank you for tuning in, everyone, and we'll see you guys next time.